Hello, welcome back to SARS Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody is tuned in nice and early. Big ups to everybody is watching on the replay. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, people. We are back again for another episode of the Koora Pod. And we got a special guest who has joined us today. Yeah, he's not Moroccan, but do you know what I mean? Big up to all the Colombians, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
say,
yes.
bro.
Thank you, brother.
Oh,
Thank you.
like,
Dímelo, mi gente. He's back.
Dímelo.
Massive upgrade over that fraud souls that we had.
Yeah. By the way, guys, did not let us know that he until today at 6 p.m. that he was not going to make the show. By the way, we called it because I remember saying on the show, "You're not going to let us know. It's fine though. It's all good." Actually, no, that was on Ash's channel that I said that because I knew he wasn't going to let us know this fraud. But yeah, listen, man, we're back again. I'm joined by my brother T, and the T stands for Turkish, and I'm joined by this fraud down here, man, like Ash in the building as well. And we're going to be joined by Sami in a few. But listen, we don't really need to go into this, Denzel. Yeah, we don't need to go into this. We don't need to speak about this.
Big up my Moroccans. Big up my Moroccans, nonetheless.
Yeah, time has passed now. You know what I mean? Let's just leave that where it is. Maybe one day we'll speak about it, man. We'll do like a little just a therapy session, like a little therapy.
Yeah, we'll speak about the corruption that is Africa, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
some other day.
But anyway,
towel game. Towel game, bro.
Ash is too funny, bro, because he's just been on this wave. But yeah. Anyway, listen, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna be speaking about Arsenal flying in UCL, mate. Yeah, flying. We're gonna be speaking about Ethan Nwaneri moving to Olympique Marseille, and we're also going to be speaking about just Arsenal, what we're doing. Gyökeres scoring against Inter Milan. We need to speak about that because what a goal! What a goal from a man like Victor Gyökeres. Yeah, took it on the spin and said, you know what, the ball's there for the taking. Bang! But we're going to get into that. Yeah, let me not get all into that right now. We're going to be speaking about City. Yeah, poor. They're looking shit. That's the reality of the situation. They're looking dog shit. Yeah, we're going to be speaking about it. We're also going to be speaking about what are their hopes of coming back into this title race. Yeah, we're going to be looking at their games, what games they have to play. Do you know what I mean? Where they can drop points. There's going to be a few. Spoiler alert. And obviously we're going to do the famous prediction show. Obviously we'll get Souls to put his predictions in the group chat. He's not going to be here, but yeah. You know how it is, man. Whenever he's not here, for some reason he does good predictions. But when he's here, he feels pressure. I don't know. He can't cope with the pressure when he's doing it in front of cameras.
Yeah.
It's very weird how he gets very good predictions when he's off camera and he's calmed down. But when he's in here, bro, we get him rattled to the point where he can't make good predictions. But yeah, lads, what we said, man. What you lot telling me, bro? What's going on?
I mean, obviously we have a guest, so it's obviously that we let him go first. So go ahead, Capo, bro.
Chat to us, Capo.
Have some decorum. Have some decorum, Saad.
Guest, yeah, man. You're making me feel like I'm brand new to this, bro. I miss you guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly. This guy is classic, bro. He was here, bro.
Yeah, man.
One of the OGs.
I remember when Saad first hit me up through WhatsApp. I'm like, oh my god, I did something right here. You know what I mean? I give good opinions. Not Felipe Filopi next to me, but that's besides the point. You know what I mean?
We'll get to that. You fraud.
Oh yeah, man. No. Listen, it's a new year. Happy New Year to everybody. And the way I'm feeling right now is, cautiously optimistic. We've been here before, guys, right? 7 points clear from both Man City and Aston Villa. Aston Villa had a big loss against Everton. I knew, everybody knew it wasn't gonna be easy for them, but we did think that they were gonna go ahead and put some pressure on us, which I think for them more so now it's a lot of the games are starting to catch up to them. So with that said, Man City is obviously not the Man City of old. I can honestly, from the bottom of my heart, say that I don't fear them I think in control of their destiny as they once were a couple of years ago when we first mixed it up. But the boys are flying. The boys are playing well. We have a complete squad for the first time. Ash, if you could correct me if I'm wrong. How long? How long since we had a full squad now?
Bro, couple of years now. Because we
Yeah,
didn't
man.
have it last season. We didn't have it this season.
Exactly.
We didn't
Exactly.
have it
So
season before.
Season before we had Saka out for ages.
what's
Yeah.
really encouraging for me is that we're coming now to this big stretch where we usually tend to drop points, where we usually go ahead and start getting into our own heads with a complete squad. Arsenal right now undefeated at home. You know, we're going to talk about the game at the weekend, which is also encouraging. But at the same time, you know, you're looking at the Champions League position that we're in. We're in top there. We're in all the cups, boys. So I'm not, you know me. I call out the BS. I know the squad inside and out, like most of you, and I can honestly say that we're in a really good position. And the only way that we get knocked out is from our own doing. You know, just
Yeah.
speaking of the Champions League, really quick. The last game, obviously, Inter Milan, you know, taking that scalp was very, very good to see. And the manner in which we did with, I guess, half of our starting 11, if not less, you know, than that, was also encouraging to see. But at the same time, I'm also looking at some of the, you know, the goal that we let in. You know, some of the chances that they had was more so on the right hand side where MLS and Mosquera were playing. I thought Mosquera had an excellent game at center back. MLS also
Yeah.
did kind of turn it around after the first nervy 20 minutes. They had two counterattacks on that right side, and they didn't take the chances. And it could have been a different game if they did. But at the same time, I'm also looking at where we are in the position coming against an Inter Milan team. I noticed that we were relaxed. I noticed that we weren't feeling that pressure, just because of the fact that we have was it Karat next. So
Yeah,
all in all, boys, I'm still optimistic, but just cautiously, because I've seen this play out before, and this weekend is going to be a big test. This right here, we didn't feel the pressure against Inter Milan, but I know that we're going to go ahead and feel the pressure against Man United. It's you know, one of those foes that they're going to play us 150% every time. Michael Carrick is back in there as a new manager, and obviously that bounce is definitely important for them. But being at home is what's giving me that, you know, confidence, saying that we're going to take that W, man.
Nah, big up, man. Big up. Lads, chat to me, man. Chat to me. What you lot saying, bro? After the win,
Yeah.
so we go to the Inter win, or do you lot want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to, right? And I think United should be spoken about after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's-
Yeah,
I mean,
so
Kappa was right. The Inter game just reflected us being calm and having no pressure at the end of the day, because we could have dropped points and not feel any pressure not making it to the next round. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this was a no pressure type game, and we are no pressure FC. You know what I'm saying? You know how we move. So yeah, and if we have no pressure, we can play football, and we played amazing football against Inter. If you ask me, obviously Inter is going to have chances. It's their ground. They still have quality players, but at the end of the day, I did not feel any pressure or feeling that we're going to lose this game, because I felt like we had total control, especially in the second half. Jesus having an amazing cameo, and at the end of the day, we can have our favorites here and there, or have jokes about players here and there. You know what I'm saying? For us, it's better that a lot of players are informed. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. That's the most obvious thing. And if we have an informed Jesus and an informed Gyökeres at the end of the day, that's just at the end of the day, that's a net positive for the team. Okay, and both of them played a good game. If you ask me, yes, Gyökeres only played for like 15 minutes. Still got his goal, best goal that he scored for us, obviously, because that was an amazing goal. And for me, it's only upwards, bro, because we know what Gyökeres can bring to this team. We know what Jesus can bring to this team. And if they can perform like this, like they performed against Inter, we're going to have an amazing season at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But like Capo said, our biggest enemy is ourselves at the end of the day. because we had a lot of chances to win this league in previous years as well when other teams dropped points, but we never capitalized on them dropping points or them having not being in form for a period. You know what I'm saying? We never capitalized in those moments. But this year, we didn't do it twice as well, but we still have this amazing cushion. Okay, it could have been 14 points, but 7 points is still amazing. We can still do this, have a few slip ups here and there, and still go out and win this league. You know what I'm saying? I am more confident I've been this year than I've ever been in the last 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying? So for me, if we don't do it this year, I don't see us doing it anytime soon. And I cannot know when we are gonna do it if it's not this year. You know what I'm saying? Bro, this team is giving me so much confidence that I feel like this team can win a double, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go out and win a second trophy, bro. And I'm not talking about a small trophy. You know what I'm saying? Because this team is also capable to win the Champions League, if you ask me. I know I'm not saying, oh, we are going to win both. I'm not saying that. But I feel like this team is capable of doing that. You know what I'm saying? And we've not felt like this in years. It's not easy to go to San Siro and get the W like that. So, yeah, like Capo said, cautiously optimistic at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a weird feeling, bro, to be like to see your team go out in the Champions League, because here's the thing, a lot of people talk about Champions League heritage and this and that. And yeah, that comes with experience, but it also comes with being a very good side. And do you know what I mean? This is us. The fact that we go to Champions League games and we've got like big teams coming up now, because we've dunked on them all season long. It brings this kind of feeling of comfortable. You're very comfortable when it comes to these big games, because at first I was like, oh, we got Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, we got this team, we got that team. Do you know what I mean? So you're looking at it, you're like, oh, can we handle that challenge? Can we handle that challenge? Because the last 2 years has been a bit mad. Do you know what I mean? To be able to handle that. But this season, the boys have shown, you know what? It is what it is, man. It's just the next challenge, and we're just taking it. And let's face it, we've killed every single team that's come across us. We've killed them. So
in the Champions League, you mean?
In the Champions League,
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
in the Premier League, we've got problems, of course.
We've got two faces, right? We got two faces. We're like a coin here. We got the Premier League face, and then we got the Champions League face. And I definitely want to mix that up as well, as to why we're playing two different brands of football. But I think it's clear to see that the English Premier League at this point, anybody can beat anybody, and if you're not on it and you're on the day, you're going to suffer defeat. And listen, I know I spoke already, so I'll just keep this really short. But my opinion on the whole own goal and set piece thing. What is it? 19, 20, 21 set pieces that we've had this season. It's crazy. And I think football is going in that direction. As you can see, a lot of people are playing copycat now. We were trying to copycat Pep, with the style of play coming in from, starting from the back. And I think people are starting to come on and exploiting that way of playing. And, Nikola Jova coming in when we were linked to that Mudryk, Ukrainian cat. You know what I mean? It feels like, Jesus, this is what, the Arsenal is, especially in the Premier League. But then in the Champions League, we actually blitz teams, which is crazy. So I want to see what kind of brand of football we're going to see this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Go on, Ash,
yeah,
bro.
look, I agree. I think I'm not trying to be a party pooper. I don't think we win the Champions League just because I mean, look, Liverpool have been in this situation last season, obviously, and they were top of the league. They were flying. Yeah, they lost their last game, but we all know why they lost their last game, because they guaranteed top place. They rotated their entire team. Otherwise, they probably would have won against PSV. And they went out in the round of 16. Now, I don't think we'll go out in the round of 16. I don't know if you guys have played with the UEFA predictor. So UEFA's website have a predictor where you can predict all the scores, and it'll tell you who we can play And I did that, and I tried to put scores as honest as possible. And based on what I've put, we could potentially face Juventus, Dortmund, Athletic Bilbao, or Leverkusen, which are not easy. Obviously, it depends on what the results could be.
Confidence against all of them, bro.
All of
I have
them.
Yeah,
confidence
same.
against all
Same.
of them.
I don't think we go out like Liverpool did early, although Liverpool obviously unlucky because they faced one of the best informed teams in Europe at the time. But I look, we're winning I think we will win the Premier League. But I think as we go deeper in the Premier League, if City don't make this easy and they stay close by, which we have to assume it could happen, right? Like let's assume we do our job, which I think we should. We cannot control what City does, and if City remain close to us, I think as the Premier League weeks go, we won't be able to just like rest players or be slightly complacent in the Premier League because we know that someone's breathing down our necks, which I think will make it difficult for us in the Champions League. But so far, we've done incredibly well, man. That win against Inter Milan, it wasn't as dominant as the performance against Bayern. If you guys remember the Bayern game, we were on them like the whole game.
But that
Like,
was home.
They had, like,
but that was home, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair enough. But that was a stronger team. Like, it's home, but it was a stronger team. And I remember at the time before the game was played, a lot of people, well, rivals mainly, were saying, yeah, Bayern are going to end this run. Bayern are undefeated. Bayern have won almost every game. And
they won every game.
It wasn't.
won
their
every
strongest
they
game.
won every game.
Yeah, they won every
Yeah,
game. We killed that streak for them.
Yeah, it was just mental. So yeah, we did really well. I love how we've played in the Champions League. I know what Capo and T and all are saying that, obviously it's different in the Premier League. I think that's because of two different reasons. One is obviously teams open up against us more. People have this weird fallacy about Inter Milan, Atletico, and they're like, oh, these teams just park the bus. That was like 10 years ago. These teams don't park the bus anymore. If you watch Inter Milan and Atletico, they actually attack. They actually go for it. Like, I remember Mo was saying these stats about Inter Milan, like having the best attacking stats in every metric in this area. And they came at us. Like, there were times when they had like 4 or 5 attackers running at us, and obviously we were able to grip them on the counter. So that's one reason why we don't play like that in the Premier League, because teams like just park the bus against us. The other reason is I think it's just PTSD from Arteta. I think he's just sometimes too scared of being adventurous and getting ripped open. And this is why I was annoyed at the Liverpool and Forest results. Like, people are saying, oh, we extended our lead. I get we extended our lead, but the reality is, if we played well and drew those games, I'd say fair enough. But we didn't play well. We didn't go for it. We didn't look like a team that we really wanted to win. And that for me is the biggest regret. But yeah, we've done well. I think there are 4 teams that could win the Champions League, in my opinion. 5 if you include Real Madrid for the heritage, and we are obviously one of them. So it is possible for sure.
Who are the other 3?
I think, look, I'm going to say this, and people are going to like find this a bit crazy. I actually don't think PSG have a chance of winning it. I'm not going to lie. It's very difficult for teams to go back to back, especially after winning a treble. There's not a single team that won a treble and went and won it the season after. They haven't really reinforced. Anytime a champion is that strong,
unless you're Zidane, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're Zidane.
No, but Zidane didn't win a treble. I'm saying no team wins a treble and wins it the next season. Not one. In fact, most of them get out except for Barcelona in one occasion. Every other team got knocked out in the quarterfinals, not even like semifinals. And the worst thing for PSG is they didn't even reinforce. If you look at the summer they had, it was such a shit summer. They didn't go get anyone. They probably just believed in the same team. I think Luis Enrique telling them as well. Yeah, Luis Enrique telling them that he's leaving in the summer is also, for me, not a good sign, because when players think that even if I mess up with this manager, I'm getting a clean slate with a new manager, they try a little less then. Versus like, like the manager's here, you got to impress. So I don't think PSG do it. I think it's us, Bayern, Barcelona. Obviously, let's count Real Madrid because they are a heritage team, no matter what form they're in. And I won't lie, I think it's one of the English teams. I think one is City or Liverpool if they fix up. Probably City with Guehi now and Semenyo. I think they could be in the running.
Damn.
Okay.
Go on, bro.
No, I said okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's an interesting list. Yeah.
What, you guys disagree with any of the names?
Chelsea's in there, no?
No, come on, Capo.
No,
Not Chelsea.
No. What do you mean? What do you mean? Chelsea's definitely in there.
Not with
They got a better midfield than us. Are you serious?
Okay, he's being sarcastic. Okay, fair enough. I thought he was being
No,
serious.
I can't take them serious, man. Honestly.
Bro, I'm sorry. That manager is just such a joke. I get trying to make an impression and sound like like a philosophist and stuff like manage
that
and
remind you
age
of?
is aging men and no, but Arteta doesn't speak that bad. Come on.
But he was speaking like that in the very beginning. Obviously, just
You remember
he
the
would
light
say
bulb?
if you break
Yeah.
manage and
Ego.
aging
Show me
men,
the ego.
He's
come
not
on,
wrong,
guys.
Ash. He's not wrong. You know,
Come on,
uh,
you
I
don't
remember
remember-
Arteta's
Bro,
first few press
bro,
conferences.
listen,
He never
listen.
said
You
don't
manage.
remember
is
the
too
light
a
bulb?
manager. We've seen
Light
clips
bulb was
about
behind the scenes.
the light bulb stuff
Still.
aside. A guy that robs his own players to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? That guy thinks he knows something. You know what I'm saying? That's the definition
I
of
hear
a
you, I
philosopher.
hear you.
bro.
Right, I can't believe Arteta done that, bro.
Mikhail
Man,
Shakespeare for a reason, bro. Mikhail Shakespeare.
Man bought a pickpocket, yeah.
And pickpocket, exactly.
one,
That's
yeah.
another
That's
one.
another one.
But Ash Ketchum in the chat is correct. Liam Rossinier is more cringe. He doesn't
Way
do
more
cringe,
You know what I'm saying?
Did you guys see the thing in the training ground? Not with Chelsea. It was with the I don't know if it was Strasbourg or the team before that,
He had
where
a
he
tape
comes
on
to a
his head.
player. No. It's where he comes
Ah.
to a player.
I
And
know
he
what you
says,
mean, Kafa. I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know, like the kind of stuff they try to do in like when you're talking to like a life coach. He's like, he comes to a player and he says, yeah, what did you think about that moment in that game? Blah blah. He's like, did you learn from it? And the player's like, yeah, I did. He's like, I'm gonna put you on the spot. What did you learn? Tell me, what did you learn right now? And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you treating these players like they're high
Like a
school kids? I'm gonna
teacher,
put you on the
yeah,
spot.
yeah.
Tell me,
I
yeah,
talk
like
like-
a lecture.
I talked to my
This is what my
U10 like
professor
that,
used to
bro.
say in college.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna
bro,
put you on the spot. What
they
did you learn?
did buy another 17-year-old, so it might as well be a classroom.
True story.
You know?
True story.
It's
I don't
mad,
think
but-
they win the Champions League. I think City have a better chance than them.
Bum them, bro. Bum them. I'm sorry for even bringing them up, but yeah, we just there's
So-
a lot of English teams in it, which is says a lot about the English Premier League in general.
I wanna-
wait,
I wanna-
before
the thing is,
Sami
Ashraf,
comes in,
I will say one thing about the teams that you mentioned. Yeah, just
yeah,
something
I was gonna ask about that. Go ahead.
we do have, in my opinion, all of the teams that you just named, I will pick our defense over them in any day of the week. You know what I'm saying?
We have the best defense in Europe. Yeah, I agree.
Yes. And I do believe that in the Champions League, games are mostly not win flashy ways and 5-0, 6-0, unless you're Inter Milan at the final. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different story. But these are scrappy games, especially at the later rounds. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I do believe that our team is built in a way to win those type of scrappy games over the other teams that you just named. You know what I'm saying? I love Barca's attack, but I do not rate their defense, bro. You know what I'm saying? Imagine we go 1-0 ahead of Barca. You know what I'm saying? I believe that we can stop their attack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
that's how I feel about this whole situation. I'm not
What about
saying
Bayern though?
Bayern. That's it.
Bayern's
that
going to be a
game-
different beast because
That's
they
a
got their
different beast,
players
yes.
back. They got their
Because
players back.
I believe that Bayern are the biggest threat this season for us in the Champions League, and they are going to be better
agree.
the next time we face them. You know, so they are going to be better.
100%.
Musiala is back, and all of those guys. You know, what I'm saying? All of them are back.
Alphonso
Carl is
Davies,
in form.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, but
The good thing is we don't face
in-
them until the final. By the way, if we meet them,
yes,
Really?
yes,
Okay.
Yeah,
also
yeah.
that.
the
I did
top
not
two
know
don't
that,
meet each
but-
other until the final.
Yeah,
Very nice. All right.
perfect.
That'd be a nice
perfect.
final.
But I do believe that we can win those scrappy games with the team that we built if we compare it to other teams. You know what I'm saying? I do not believe if we go 1 or 2-0 ahead, 1 goal difference, 2 goal difference in 2 legs. No,
Mhm.
I don't see teams beating us if we defend the way we defend. You know what I'm saying? That's how,
Can I give you a
that's how I feel.
scenario, T, then, and tell me what you think about that? What if we face Liverpool?
That's
We
different.
haven't won against Slot in 4 games, and Arsenal's record in the Champions League against English teams is horrendous.
I mean,
They knock us
listen,
out almost every time we face them.
you know what my answer then will be? Yes, it will be a lot harder because it's a known rival at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They know how we play way better than the other teams that we would potentially face in the Champions League. But I would rather win a Champions League by actually deserving it than cheesing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I will take it if we
Not
cheese
like
it.
Chelsea. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If we play Kairat Almaty in the semi-final, I wouldn't mind. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if I can beat Liverpool and win the Champions League, that would be even more sweet because
Yeah, I
they
hear
are
you.
the Champions League heritage team of England. You know what I'm saying? They
England,
are they're number one. So if we beat them and win the Champions League, that just gives me a lot more good feelings because we beat the number one in England, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's
You
what
know,
Yeah.
if we go by the rate of progression that we've had in the competition in the last times that we've been in it with this current squad, we started off and we got to the quarterfinals first in our first year. Then we got to the semi-finals. The only route next is the final. Now, it's not guaranteed to get to the final, but if you look at it, this squad clearly learns every time that they've been in the Champions League. They've learned how to handle that pressure, and they're taking it in. And do you know what I mean? I feel like last season came up against PSG. Arteta got outclassed by the manager because do you know what I mean? Luis Enrique was in his final form, and he was. Do you know what I mean? He got the goals, and he knew. You know what? Just let them have the ball. Let them try and get a goal. I trust my defense and I trust my goalkeeper to keep them out. So I think by the rate of progression, I can see us possibly getting to the final. But this is the thing with football; it's not guaranteed. But I just take what these players are doing every season. They're clearly learning. They are clearly learning, and even though sometimes the manager can get he doesn't get plaudits, he is clearly learning, especially in this competition. Maybe in the Premier League he's still doing some stupid stuff, and maybe this is why the Premier League is so hard to win, is because you literally have to be consistent for 38 games. But do you know what I mean? The Champions League, at least you can see that they're all learning. Everybody's learning how to take that on and get further and further. Otherwise, you would have seen inconsistencies. You would have seen us going around the 16, or you would have seen us maybe get to the semi-final. But we've consistently gone up and up and up and bettered ourselves for the first.
At a certain point, Sad, you need to graduate. Or you keep learning. You need to graduate one day. I can't keep continuing learning after 6 years. So if I may just go back to the game, for instance, against Inter Milan. Look, it was a good result, 3-1 on the San Siro. I never ever thought that we would win 3-1. I thought it was going to be marginally win for Arsenal, but if I look at it now, and to be honest, guys, I don't know how you felt, but Inter Milan had plenty of attempts. Okay, and I brought I just looked at the stats here quickly. Look, they had 18 shots attempt where we had 17. Okay, so it's almost similar, and almost 50% possession. So we were just more clinical at the final third than them, because at many occasions we see Thuram scuffed it out. Lautaro was not at his best. Even this guy Esposito, it's the first time I hear about him. He had a very good game even against so when you said Mosquera had a good game, I would say it's a 50-50 for Mosquera. First half he was brilliant, second half he was a little bit shaky, and every time there's a 1v1 with him, he always loses that battle, and I think that's due to his lack of experience, still young and learning and all that stuff.
How long was Viado? How long was Viado? Right, so for him to come back in,
that's brilliant. I mean, even without that, even without the
most of their attacks were on the right side. If you look at Thuram, that Thuram, he scuffed it. If it was like a prime Thuram, I think he would have nailed that in. It would have been
exactly. That's my point.
And by the way, what happened, because when Despacito, whatever his name is, you know what I'm saying?
Esposito.
Say that.
Despacito.
I teased it, because that's what was going through my head. I was like, Despacito.
Yeah, man, that came to my mind even during the watch along. Despacito.
He had that one moment where he turned Mosquera and shot at the goal far post, and then Arteta put in Gabriel, and after that,
something Gravitas never done.
Exactly. So which take me to the second point now. If you're moving on and you're competing in all fronts, which is Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, even the Carabao Cup, if you want to count it, rotation is key, is going to be here. You need your players to be fit. So if we're not going to have our players fit, and especially now, I don't really consider, it's an achievement that you haven't lost in the UCL so far. So I'm very, very happy with the team right now. But when it gets really serious is the knockout stage, right? Which is later on, because teams will play even differently. Even if you play Inter Milan again, I don't think they're going to show up in the same manner that they showed up Bayern
Yeah, they
Munich
won't.
and the other side. I know that Ashley told us we're only going to meet them in the final, but I think we're going to meet a different team in the final if we do reach to the final. So going to the knockouts stages is going to be a different story for Arsenal, and I hope that, like you said, it's a learning, and now we reach the semifinal. So the only progress from semifinal is a final, but eventually, how I look at it is how Arteta will manage the team in terms of rotation and personnel is going to be very, very crucial. Because if you look at recently, we lost Hincapié and Calafiori, and to be honest, Kelly was not looking so good except for the Inter Milan game. Somehow he looked good-ish. But if I look at it now, am I going to trust Kelly in the semifinal or quarterfinal of a Champions League? Yeah, it does not fill me with confidence. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I thought that was the weak side from Arsenal, is somehow because we had Gabriel, we had Saliba, so they're covering for the errors or the mistakes, if there was any errors or mistakes. So you don't see it because you have such an elite defenders that they actually can cover those errors. But moving on, you cannot ask from Saliba to play two roles, if that makes sense. So for me, yeah, that would be my take, man.
I just want to rebuttal that, yeah, because firstly, like what you're saying about the Inter game, yeah, I understand. If you don't watch the game and you look at just the stats, then you see, oh, you know what I mean, they had loads of chances, they could have scored. But this is the thing, when I'm watching the game, I still feel comfortable even when they're attacking us. When they're attacking us, I still feel comfortable. I don't think that we're going to concede. If we concede, it catches me by surprise because of the defense, because of how solid the defense is. Even when you have Mosquera there, Mosquera is still able to do a job. Yes, that Basito, whatever his name is.
Esposito.
Yes, Despacito. That guy, even though he like turned and shot, like, bro, come on, man. We're not gonna say, like, yes, it got close to the goal.
It was a tough. It was that chance was.
If it goes,
the fact that he pulled it off, it was good from him.
It's a low XG chance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I
didn't want to say that because I'm not a stats merchant like you on that.
I'll say I'm a stats merchant. It's a low XG goal, bro. It's a low XG goal because there's no expectation for it to be scored, and this is what we do, bro. Is that this is the reason why I rate our squad right now, is because we limit teams to like chances that are so unrealistic for them to go in, or so low of a chance for them to go in. Now, when it comes to like player rotation, I actually think Arteta's done very good this season with player rotation. I don't think he's been off with player rotation. When he's needed to rotate squad, he's rotated the squad. Sometimes he's rotated it when we don't ask him to rotate. When we want him to go strong, he rotates it anyway. And do you know what I mean? That's the one thing I can do I can say about him this season to complain is like, okay, you're rotating the squad, fair enough, but bro, like against Nottingham Forest in the Premier League, we don't need to be rotating the squad. We're going away to Nottingham Forest. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think he's necessarily been bad with the rotations, and given the injuries that he's had this season as well, bro. Like, I don't know what people are expecting him to do, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? He needs to play somebody in the left back.
Yeah. One last thing I want to say.
I think the biggest problem.
If I may, I want to throw it even at you. This is actually addressing you. Okay. Is I'm not gonna get giddy because Jokeris scored 1 goal, man. I mean, look, I'm a huge advocate of Jokeris, and you know that. I love Jokeris, and I was happy that.
But why is that relevant? Though? Why is that relevant?
No, I'm just saying. I just wanted to throw, because in the game, he scored a goal.
He's calling you out. When he's calling you out, he wants to know what the hell you actually feel.
You know what I mean? You know what it is?
In your belly, like where's the tingle coming from? That's what he's asking.
I just don't understand why you guys are this against one of your own players.
No, don't say you
I'm
guys.
I'm not.
I don't understand
I'm just saying what I
you
see.
are like that with Havertz, though. You understand why?
No. Listen. That's a whole.
The hive is closed, guys.
That's a whole different context. You know why I was against Havertz? He was a Chelsea player, and I know our history with buying Chelsea players.
First, okay, why were you against Odegaard? Fine, let's change the player. Odegaard.
Secondly, he was also in terrible form at Chelsea. Why would I spend that much money on a guy that was not in form in any way, shape, or form? You know what I'm saying?
What about Odegaard?
Because our system was
Bro,
better.
I gave Ødegaard years of time, but he only regressed in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Those 2 seasons that he had in 2022, 2023, and the year after, those were the best Ødegaard I've seen. But after that, I just feel like maybe the team has just grown so much that we've outgrown Ødegaard. How is that not natural for a team that gets better, bro? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I brought it
think
up
he's
with him
had
to sad.
Listen,
I think that he hit his prime.
It's just a train of thought. It's not me definitively saying, "Oh, we should sell Ødegaard." I never said we should sell Ødegaard. But if we have the chance to buy a better number 10 than him, I would bench him immediately. You know what I'm saying? Because I do feel like well, yeah, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But
My
but-
God.
I know he was gonna. I
what
know he
I
was
do
gonna bite on
believe
that one.
what I do believe is that some things that Ødegaard brings to this team, his qualities, is good. But I do not believe it's consistent enough, first of all. And second of all, I do believe that when we play this cutthroat attacking football, he is mostly not there. Especially this season. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel, bro. I do believe that he slows the team down. He wants to control the game too much. He takes too many touches and all of those stuff. You know what I'm saying? I do believe he does that too much. And I do want a one-pass forward guy like Eze, for example, like he did for the first goal
More
against Inter. Just a more direct number 10. I would personally like that more. If we could buy Morgan Rogers, for example, I would take that any day of the week, bro.
New York.
You know what I'm saying?
But why would we do that when we have someone that fits that description that you asked for, and he's been doing crap for us this season? Eza.
I mean, I told you why. Because he gets one bad game, gets benched for how many weeks? You know what I'm saying? Ødegaard
But that's
gets
not
hooked.
true, though, right?
No, listen.
When Ødegaard was injured for 2 months, he started every single game.
Yes,
Every
we had,
single
okay. And what was the record in that period, Ashraf, of the team? Can you tell me?
Listen, the whole thing.
My brother T, you need to stop doing this. Just because we're winning games doesn't mean every player in that starting 11 has been the
Why?
reason for it. You and I know that's not
why?
true. We could
Why?
be winning games and there could
could
be
be-
one player that's been letting us down.
The same
We're
thing
not
could be
top of
said
the
when
league.
Odegaard is playing, and he hasn't been
Yeah,
playing. And all of a
exactly.
sudden, he comes in, and then they're giving the points to Odegaard for being in the game. So the same thing could be said about Eze. You know what I mean? For the whole
I mean, of
Everton, how he
course.
came off the bench against Everton, he's the reason why we got the points because of him. Listen, Odegaard, if you can't see the games that we've won against the big teams, has been when Odegaard hasn't been playing, or am I wrong?
I mean,
Oh,
we
Aston
we
Villa,
did
bro.
beat
What
some
about Aston
amazing
Villa?
teams
Okay,
without
but
Odegaard.
That's the only game. That's the only game played very, very well. You know.
And Newcastle. We were losing to Newcastle
Newcastle,
until he
thank
came off the
you.
bench and changed the game for us.
Thank
And that's
Oh,
our first win
he
at
took a
St. James
corner.
Park in 4 matches, by the way.
He took a corner, by the way.
It's not
No,
about
no,
that.
no, no, no. It's not just he took a corner. He even gave
And you
the
know
through
what's funny,
ball.
Ashraf?
He
And
gave
you know
the through
what's funny,
ball to Lewis
Ashraf?
Kelly that
Listen,
led to the
listen.
corner. by the way.
No. Listen, you know what's funny? It's funny you say this, yeah? Because that was like 10 minutes or 15 minutes of Ødegaard, yeah? But remember what
Yeah.
you said to me when I said Gyökeres had a good game against Inter, and you said, "Oh, it's just 15 minutes. How are you gassed about 15 minutes? Why are you gassed about 15 minutes of Ødegaard, bro?"
I'm actually gonna read out what I said since one second.
Oh, he's got it. I know he
Since
was
you're
going to
doing
come
this-
prepared. I knew he was
Since
going to
you're
come
doing
prepared.
this,
He's got a whole page on me too, just in case I come at him.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can
Look,
guys-
until
why
he
you
gets his
look it up?
stats. Yeah, we'll see until he gets his stats. But look, Odegaard is getting a lot of stick, and rightfully so, because he's been, since 2022, 23. That's the season when we started actually competing in the league, and also he's our captain, right? And when you're the captain of Arsenal Football Club, man, it's going to be a lot of pressure on you and a lot of load, a lot of criticism will be around you. And I understand that, man. Look, if you're the captain of Arsenal Football Club and you're an attacking midfield, so what kind of stats should I judge you on? That's the whole thing. And I think T is a little bit on the extreme, and also Ash is a little bit in extreme. I think Odegaard has been not good so far in the last.
I'm not
I would
in
say,
an
2
extreme.
seasons.
He's been shit this season in many games. I've said that.
Even
He's
last
been
season,
shit.
even last season,
I
the
said
whole
last
season, the
you-
whole
by the way,
season, the whole
Sami,
season.
Sami, no, because I'm not
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
you lump me in a. I'm never an extreme. Last
Right.
season, I was saying Odegaard was shit because
Never.
he was shit, Not because
Okay.
because you know how some people are giving him the excuse that
No, we're talking
he's
about
been-
Odegaard
he's
now.
been-
Forget about the
he's
team.
been-
the
yeah,
team
Odegaard. I'm
performance.
talking about Odegaard. Yeah.
Okay.
You know how
Okay.
some people are defending him, saying, "Oh, he's been shit because the system doesn't allow him to play." And I'm like, that's garbage. He's been shit because he was shit because he made wrong choices. I criticize players when they play bad. I praise them when they play good. The thing about
Right.
Gyökeres is, and I'm reading it out here so people have the full context, because T just wants to give them a snippet and make it seem like I said something I didn't. T messaged us saying, "Be ready to apologize today, frauds, because we outside, especially you, Ashraf, don't go anywhere." And then I was like, okay, but he's had a good 15 minutes. Doesn't mean the narrative has changed.
That's why
So I
I'm
was-
calling him
I
out
was
as well.
responding
I'm
to
not
just
even
saying,
giddy about it. You know?
And Odegaard had a good 15 minutes
And I
against
didn't ask you-
Newcastle,
wait,
so the
wait,
narrative
exactly.
hasn't changed.
Exactly. And
You know,
wait,
the
I never
narrative
said,
hasn't
I
changed
never said
according
the
to you.
narrative. T, this is what I'm saying. You're arguing with yourself. I never said the narrative changed about Odegaard. I never said you need to apologize to Odegaard. He's still been bad. He needs to clean up the crap he showed us last season. I agree. And he needs to do that by performing the whole season, not just 2-3 good games. I
Gentlemen.
agree with that.
Yeah.
So I never asked you to apologize. You're asking me to
what's wrong-
apologize
so
for
what's
2 good
wrong-
games out of 20.
So listen. So what's wrong with me saying
have
if we
receipts.
can? No, listen. So if we can, so what's wrong with me saying if we can buy a better number 10, I would bench Odegaard. What's
Nothing is wrong
saying
with that. Nothing is wrong with
What's
that.
wrong with
Nothing
saying
wrong with that. I'll tell you.
Everybody agrees with
I'll tell you. There is one thing wrong with that. I'll tell you why. It's okay to
What?
say let's get a better 10. I 100% agree with you. By the way, let's get a better. If you can tell me today we're getting Yamal and getting rid of Saka, wallahi, I will take it without blinking. I'll say, oh my God,
Okay.
throw Saka in the bin, because I care
Okay.
about what's better for Arsenal.
Okay.
Where I have an issue with you, T, is you do this with Odegaard and he deserves to get the criticism. I 100% agree with you.
Uh-huh.
But you somehow defend certain players that you prefer,
Okay.
like Trossard last
Mhm.
season and like Gyökeres this season.
And
I don't
you're
get
the type
that.
of guy. This is why Sammy is right. Yeah, Sammy, big up to you, bro. Because you say this guy is the extreme. He is the extreme. Because Gyökeres has joined us in August, yeah, and you already want him gone. He was injured as well. You
I
know
don't
what
want
I'm
him gone. Okay, actually, I might
Okay.
do want him gone, to be
Yeah,
honest. I'm not going to
there
lie
you
to you,
go.
but I have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
reason
there you
for that.
go. There you go. You
No, but I have
no, listen.
wait, you know,
you
I'm the
cannot
stats guy. I have
listen,
data
let
to
me
back my
finish,
argument.
Let me finish. You
Finish,
cannot
please.
call
My
a
bad,
guy a bum, yeah, and say, I would rather play Jesus, because I know you would. You know what I'm saying?
I would, Allah, I
Um,
would, yeah.
There you go.
Even though Jesus sucks as well, yeah.
Yeah. But, and you leave out the context, yeah, that the players I criticize, like Jesus, like Havertz, like Odegaard, have been here for years. And Gyökeres just joined in August. He got injured as well. And clearly he slowed down after his injury. And now he's slowly picking up his form. You know what I'm saying? You said to me yourself that we saw a few good games of Gyökeres. You know what I'm saying? And after that, he got injured. Khalas. And now he had a good game against Inter, even though it was 50 minutes. You don't understand.
I said
that
one good game of Gyökeres. I didn't say a few good
You
games.
don't understand that I want, even if we get 50% of Gyökeres of last year, you know what I'm saying? I know it's going to benefit this team to the point that we can win multiple trophies. You know what I'm saying? And it's only been since August. Why would I give up in January, bro? You know
I'll
what I'm
explain
saying?
to you why.
I
Because
had
the
to.
same-
No, listen. And now I'm going to talk about me personally. I had to deal with so many Arsenal fans defending Havertz for 2 years against me when he was
they
a
were wrong.
fraud as well. You know what I'm saying?
I was in your back, bro. I was on your back. I was backing
They
you on
were
that
wrong.
one, for sure. Yeah, they were
Bro,
wrong.
I had to listen to them, and now they're going to have to listen to me. It's just that simple. You got your
No,
player you
T.
wanted. You back your player. I back mine. It's just that simple.
Okay.
I
Let me
Gyökeres.
respond to you.
I know what
respond to
he
you on
can
that
bring to
part.
the table if he's in form, and if he finds his form, I know he's gonna score me 20 goals. You know what I'm saying?
T.
And that's all I want. You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
respond to you on that part. The reason I was with you on the Havertz train, even after he joined by just 2-3 months and didn't give him time, and I'm the exact same with Madueke, is because we've seen him being shit at Chelsea. It made no sense to sign him at the time. I agree with you there. Gyökeres, the reality is everything you know about him is from the Portuguese league, which is proven to not deliver good quality strikers over the last 20 years. We've seen it. Facts show it. Outside Falcao, and Falcao wasn't even top scorer at the time, and he was playing in a 2-striker system. Every other striker to come out of Portugal has been garbage. I still, despite that said in the summer, I think Gyökeres can break that trend. So I'm not someone who was against Gyökeres from the beginning. I wanted him. I was hoping that we signed him because Isak was obviously gone then. That was my number one choice, and he made it clear he wanted to join Liverpool. I wanted us to sign him. Now that we have seen him play, just like how I criticized Havertz and I said, hey, he's still crap. He's still shit. The same thing I say about Madueke. Why would I not keep that same energy with Gyökeres when he has been garbage? And the reason I want him out, now usually I give players 2 years. The reason I'm saying I want him out is because I've done the research on this and I showed it to you guys last time. There's not a single striker that has come from outside the Premier League in the last 10 to 15 years that was horrendous in his first season, that flopped in his first season.
Actually, Ash Ketchum brought up a name. I'm not sure about the name, but I think
that's why
right,
I said 10 to 15
Drogba.
years. And I even mentioned not Drogba and not Henry because those were 20 years ago. I made it very clear the last time I said the video. So big up to Ash Ketchum.
Listen, did football?
I remember you saying that.
But you were not paying attention, Ash Ketchum, clearly. Sorry, go ahead, T.
No, I said football didn't start 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
No, but football evolved 10, 15 years ago. Football changed. The Premier League became faster. The Premier League became more physical. The Premier League became the strongest league in the world, the fastest league in the world.
It's always been physical.
My problem with your argument, Ashraf, is you give 100% of the blame to the player and you give no blame to the point that he gets used in a way that he's not used to. And you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. This guy is 27 years old, bro. You cannot turn this guy into a Havertz. You know what I'm saying?
I'm criticizing Gyökeres for the things he does wrong, not the things the team doesn't do for him. For example, when Saka doesn't square the ball to him, I criticize Saka. I'm talking about the things that Gyökeres does wrong. You're saying, okay, I'll tell you what my expectations were from Gyökeres and you can tell me yours. I had an argument with Staffy in the summer, and Staffy said, Gyökeres won't work for Arsenal. I said, what do you mean? He's like, because he does not work in your system. I told him, bro, Havertz in this shitty attacking system scores 13, 12, 13 goals, whatever, in the Premier League, and he misses sitters. If Gyökeres plays in that exact system, he will get at least 20 goals. And if we enhance our system and play to Gyökeres' strength, he can even get 30 goals. You know what? Let's assume the system doesn't enhance. Let's assume we play the same system. He will convert the chances Havertz gets, and he will continue scoring the other goals.
Positions, bro. He was a box crasher. You know what I'm saying? They were feeding him.
He was playing as a striker.
They even gave him a pity penalty, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He played as an 8 in the beginning.
After the 8, he played as a striker, and he had like 9-10 goals in 12 appearances. I expected Gyökeres in the same system to do a bit better because he's better. If Gyökeres, if all that Gyökeres does in a game is score and we win, and he does nothing else all game, I'll say that was a good game because that's what I expected from him. He's not even doing that. He's got 5 goals in 20 games, guys. What are we trying to gloss over?
Guys,
5 in 20.
But he's still the second best goal scorer behind Kupika, no?
I want to get Capo's input on this, bro, because
I know what the problem is, gentlemen, and I'm just surprised that we keep on fighting over each other on who's good, who's not good. And going back to Sammy's point, you know, he said that there comes a point where we need to graduate. Arteta needs to graduate, and the squad needs to graduate. The problem that we have here, my friends, is that we got 2 squads, right? Our second squad would probably walk into most of the teams in the English Premier League, if not, you know, around the world. The biggest thing that we're seeing is Ash mentioned Bayern Munich, right? He mentioned their attack. They have Kane, they have Olise, they have Musiala, they have Diaz, right? And they got a young gem in Leonardo, right?
Yeah.
Carl.
and Serge Gnabry, you missed
Correct.
out.
Okay. Right.
Sane.
If
Hane's gone.
if we get to
Yeah, he went to Gala.
talking about graduating, if we get to the final, the problem why Arsenal fans are bickering over Odegaard, they're bickering over Gyökeres, they're bickering over Saka, is the fact that we ourselves know that we don't have a world-class player that's going to put us over the edge. That is the problem. This is why these conversations.
I mentioned that to him. I told him, look, no team actually won the league without having a striker or let's say a goal scorer more than 15 goals this season. I mean, I've never witnessed it. I mean, you can guys
exactly, and that's the biggest problem that we
There
have.
isn't. You're right. There isn't. You're right. There isn't.
Which is a big question mark.
So who's going to step up for us? We can't count on Odegaard. Jesus is past his prime. I've been asking him 2 years ago to be played as a winger, right? He's coming in. He's doing his thing. Great. I'm glad. I'm happy. That's only going to encourage Gyökeres, which is the future. Jesus is not the future. So I'm not going to put my eggs in Jesus' basket, even though I like the player. I know he's a lot more technical, right? And then I said on TJ Warren's stream, big up TJ, I said that
Big
our
up, TJ.
most clinical finisher in the big games is Marino, and he's not even our main striker. Following that is Havertz. Following that is Havertz because he scored some goals here and there, but he does miss a lot of chances. And then he's not the most technical, he's not the fastest, but he's got lungs, he could run for days, right? Then you got 3 and 4, which is a battle between Jesus and Gyökeres. Jesus only because he's a lot more technical. He knows how to move. He knows how to build up play. And then Gyökeres is just a clinical finisher. And if you don't put it on somewhere around him, he's not going to be able to go ahead and produce. So our biggest problem is, who are we going to look for when the going gets tough? Who's going to get us out of this mess? And for me,
It used to be Saka.
It used to be Saka. Now that's the problem that we have, because we can't count on Madueke, and now Ethan Noneri is in Marseille. Big up for him. I love the move for him, the Serbia and all that. But going back to my point is, for me, we're talking about Martin Odegaard being the captain. He's not my captain. He's not my captain. I asked for him to be last year to be moved to left 8 and be more of a box-to-box player like Declan Rice was, and put Declan Rice as the center defensive mid. Declan Rice, where he is right now, he's my captain, and I think he can produce the goods when the going gets tough. But let's be honest, bro. He's not a Xavi. He's not an Iniesta. He's not a Cesc Fabregas. He's a different type of player that, if he does come up with a worldie, man, it might come a little bit too late. You know what I mean? So we can't just depend on Rice, or me. I can't just look at Rice and put it all on Rice saying, yo, you're going to get us out of this, because it's not fair to him. And why are we bailing out all these attackers that we have in our squad? We can't count on Martinelli, only in the Champions League and English Premier League. No, Trossard has proved me wrong so far about selling him. He's obviously taking the competition with Martinelli very serious, and he's producing when he comes on. So who is our star other than, my opinion, Rice?
At the moment,
I'm sorry to say, it's Gabriel. Yeah, it's a
Gabriel, bro.
Exactly.
That's
so then this is going back to the system that we're playing. Is we're not looking for a goal from our attackers. We're looking from our defensive or our center mids, which is something that has been given. Arteta has been showing this DNA, this game plan, this blueprint all along. So why are we bickering about Gyökeres coming out to fire on all cylinders right now, if we know that our main threat is set piece FC?
But would you agree that Gyökeres is struggling under the system because it's so defensive and because he does other stuff than scoring goals?
No, I just think he's technically. If I were Saka, if I were Mo, and I'm a techie player, and I've been taking the responsibility for the last 3 years, why am I going to look for this guy that can't even hold up the ball? What makes me think that I'm going to get a through ball or a give and go perfectly to go ahead and be open for a goal? Besides that goal, they gave for
their teammates at the end of the day, bro. You cannot score a wonder goal,
but you can see it. I see what that relationship is like, and you could tell that Gyökeres is frustrated because of what Saka's trying to do. Saka's in it for himself right now. He's in his own head. He knows he needs to start firing and become star boy again. So why is Saka
he just signed a new contract
if I'm not gonna trust Gyökeres? All right. Listen, Gyökeres' goal this weekend against Inter Milan, bro, beautiful finish. The fact that he had
the ball, by the way,
the fact that he was in our box and got to the ball from that Martinelli Trivela was unbelievable. It was 10 seconds, 11 seconds from our box to their box, and then he finishes it. The fact that he's still had the lungs, still had the legs to actually put it, not bombing it like he does like he did in Portugal. He finessed it. It was a beautiful goal. And that is all I'm asking from Gyökeres is when it counts, you have that one chance. You have to finish it. And it was a beautiful finish. It wasn't just like strength and power, just putting.
And then 2 minutes later, he skies the exact same chance.
So exactly. So we're looking for consistency here. The fact that Jesus is pushing him is awesome. Am I looking for Gyökeres to go ahead and be a fox in the box? One can hope, but still I look at Marino showing up in the World Cup, showing up in our biggest games to get us across the line, to put those chances away. More than I feel still with Gyökeres. If Gyökeres shows me in the next
Yeah, I'm
couple
not
of
gonna
weeks,
bet on Marino. I'm sorry, man. I'm not betting
no,
on
that's
Marino.
fine. You could.
He is our best finisher. To be fair, he is our best finisher.
That's cool, but you're not betting on him because you have options in Jesus and Gyökeres, which is natural. I get it. I'm not going to put Marino up top this weekend. I'll tell you that much, right?
Yeah.
But when the going gets tough and you need to pull a rabbit out of your hat, Marino might be that guy that might just actually do something different. And he's shown it even when we were losing, when we were playing against Chelsea. He came onto the field and he turned the game around, both offensively and defensively. So for me, he's a good problem to have off the bench. Is Odegaard going to do that off the bench? Maybe. Who knows? But
yeah, it's good to have a joker there who can play multiple positions. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, go ahead, Sam.
I just want to say one thing. Yeah, I've got a few things I want to say. Firstly, on the Gyökeres thing. Yeah. For me, I don't need him to be a fox in the box. I don't need him to be, I need him to be a fox in the box. I don't need him to be this technical player who can hold down the ball, who can have his back to goal and this and that. What I need him to do is make runs. That's all I need.
But he does. But sometimes he makes the
he's
wrong
not making the right runs. He's not.
Exactly.
He needs to
Yeah. That's what Cap was saying as well. He doesn't make the right runs all the time.
he's not making the right runs. He's making runs
timings
behind centre backs, and then he makes the right run. And maybe if a player doesn't see him and he makes that right run, he gets a strop on. He gets a strop on, and he gets upset. I'm like, no. If you're a striker, bro, you have to. If you made that run and they didn't see you, fuck it. Read the game again and make the next run and make the next run and make the next. You always have to be in front of, in between the player, the defensive player, and the ball. You always have to be there, bro, because the ball will come to you. These players are not dense. The ball will come to you eventually, bro. But what he got, the goal that he got against Inter, it was brilliant. But it was against the run of play, bro. It was It was a counter-attack. What's the majority?
It was a mistake by Saka as well.
Yeah.
What's the mistakes that we come up against? We come up against teams who are just low block, bro. Terrorist football. They're just like, yo, come at us, man. I'm in front of the goal, bro. You ain't even.
That's what Victor Gravitas was brought in to do just that, to occupy the two central defenders so that it can open up our wingers wide, because they can't double Gyökeres, they can't double Saka, right? So is going to leave space somewhere. Now, if he's not scoring the goals, I need to see Saka scoring the goals, bro. I'm sorry. We were talking about that before we came on.
Saka's a whole different issue, bro. Saka's a whole different issue.
We got issues at striker still, and we got issues on the right winger now. You know what we're not talking about? Our issues on the left, because they're both at least
we all know that we have an issue on the left. We already know that
the left we knew before the season started.
But we're not talking about the left. We're not talking about the left right now. We're talking about
the left.
Because Trossard is keeping us afloat, bro. Trossard is the one who's saving us in games.
And Martinelli is in the Champions League.
But Trossard is getting old. Trossard ain't got it like that, bro.
We're not there yet.
We're not here for 2-3 years.
Correct. We could talk about that in the summer, but we're talking about now.
Exactly. We're talking about
the main issue is striker and right wing. We need to see them clicking. Once I see Gyökeres and Saka clicking, then I know we're onto something. Until that, we're just going to see a little bit more of the same, which is,
I think, not only from the wings. Why we're not talking about the central area where we can create.
We were just talking about it. With Odegaard, he's not producing the goods either, which is why I'm saying we don't have a star in this team that makes us feel comfortable, chest out, gorilla attitude, saying, "Yo, we're going to go ahead and take all 4 cups," because we don't have a.
I want to quickly go to.
Somebody's addressing Ash here. I don't know what he's saying.
I just read it now. I wasn't ignoring anyone, Wesley. I literally just saw the comment now. But it's when you make a stupid comment like that, I don't even know if it's worth a response. Do you really think I take joy in one of our plays, in the player that I backed this summer, the player that I wanted us to sign this summer? You think I take joy in him being crap and me saying he's being crap? I could easily sit here and say, guys, I don't care if he's being crap. Back your player, guys. Come on, Gyökeres. I'm not that kind of fan. I criticize the players when they do bad. I praise them when they do well. I don't have this.
No, but you turn on him heavily. You turn on him heavily.
Sad. I turned on him. I turned on him when it was so obvious that he's playing like garbage, right? And I gave stats and data to back it up. And when I show the stats and data, people don't like it. They find
You don't need the
excuses for
stats to
everything
prove
that's
to
not
prove the point. I mean, it's obvious from the eye test. He's not
No,
really been
no,
performing
Sami,
that well.
apparently I do, because when I say he's been really bad compared to every striker in the Premier League,
No,
people
look,
say
as
you're
I said,
exaggerating.
I was a big advocate of Gyökeres, and yet I'm sitting here, I'm telling him he's not been good enough. He's been really underwhelming.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I'm not
I don't
going to sit
understand what
here
people want me to do.
with a straight face and tell you he's the best player we have.
But
you know?
when I praise certain players for doing well, or Odegaard has had a good game here, Skelly had an amazing game against Inter Milan, people don't look at that. Like these are the same players I've criticized before. I praise them in another breath. How could I have agenda if I'm praising a player at one point and criticizing them at another point? I remember T and Sa thought I had an agenda against Saka 3 years ago, because I said Saka towards the end of the season in the 22-23, 21-22, and 23-24, he didn't show up in the business end, and they were like, "You just hate Saka. You just hate Saka." Well,
You know, at the end of the point, it's a good point. It's a good issue to have. It's like a rich man issue, right? Like we're talking about stuff, and we are sitting
especially when you're winning
first
the
and
league.
here. Yeah, and we're winning the league, and which segues to what I think Sad wants to say about City. Maybe.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go
No?
to City yet. I don't want to go to City yet. I just want to quickly ask. There's two questions. Obviously, the first one came from Charles. Big up Charles, who said graduation takes time. Says Arteta, they are slot out. That I'm assuming he's saying slot.
There are slot outs that graduated
with fake certificates, and they're slot out. So the conclusion takes time.
Charles, how long have we been waiting, bro? I mean, yeah, obviously, this is what we're saying. We need to win. Now we need to win. There's no excuse for the squad, because we got two squads, and there's no excuse for Arteta. So, yes, we understand that it takes time. I get it. I am a coach myself. I manage teams. I get it. There's a process through it. And when I see a team that's a much better in front of me, it's a learning experience for my players. So I get it. I know where you're coming from. But we have everything in place now to go ahead and get it over the line. So,
but just to top it, these players that won, they are winners. We're talking about Salah, we're talking about VVD, we're talking about Alisson.
True.
These players have won it. You know, they have the experience, they have what it takes. You
could say fake cert, but he inherited that winning mentality team.
Exactly. You know, he just had to put his little bit of touch here and there, tactically speaking, and they got the ball rolling. I mean, he didn't come to a team was 6th or 8th in the Premier League.
Guys, I wanna.
And this is the last time, Wesley, I'm addressing this, because Wesley's saying Wirtz was playing like garbage, but you never went this hard on the point, man.
No,
Do I support Liverpool? What are you on about? Why would I sit there and talk about Wirtz all the time? When I'm asked about him, I'll say he's been garbage.
Yeah.
Is he a
But
Liverpool
if I'm not
fan?
asked about him, why would I talk about Wirtz?
Is he a Liverpool fan?
No, he's an Arsenal fan.
No, he's an Arsenal fan, Wesley.
Oh, okay.
So weird,
Guys,
so weird.
Listen, I want to ask you guys the last question that somebody asked. I couldn't find the comment, but he asked everybody, and we'll start off. I'm going to go last, obviously, because, do you know what I mean? I don't want to give my opinion first. We'll go to T first, and then we'll just do it clockwise, yeah? So the question was, your starting 11, the perfect starting 11. Your
Cali Gunnar asked that. Cali
what
Gunnar.
is it? Cali Gunnar, yeah. Your strongest starting 11 that you would want to go for if you were manager of Arsenal
Against Man United, or generally when everyone is fit?
With no injuries?
When everyone's fit. Sorry.
Okay, fair.
Okay, that will be Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori. Yeah, Calafiori.
All right.
Zubimendi, Rice.
Just say it, bro. Just say it. It's not.
Just say Eze, bro. If you want to say Eze, say Eze, bro. It's fine.
Zubimendi, Rice, and Eze. Saka, Gyökeres, and Trossard.
Okay. Well, look, based on recent form, I would say same back. I mean, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori. And then in the midfield, Zubimendi, Rice, obviously, and I would still play Odegaard, even though I criticize him a lot, but I think he's been better than Eze lately.
Stockholm syndrome.
Okay. And Trossard on the left, Gyökeres up front, and Saka on the right.
Raya, Timber, Gabriel Saliba. I'm gonna go with Hincapié on this one. I just feel like
Okay.
Timber can do a lot more for us going on the right side and just solidifying a bigger player in the back. I don't know. Hincapié makes me feel a lot
So
more
not
comfortable.
Calafiori.
No, definitely not. Even though my wife is Sicilian, nah, I'm not going for Calafiori.
Big up the
Zubimendi, big up the
Big
misses. Zubimendi, Rice, Eze, Saka, Martinelli, and Julian Alvarez.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, he's not here now. So give us the proper name.
Nah, man, I gotta give it to. Listen, man, I gotta go with Gyökeres, to be honest with you. I just can't see a way.
Who's your 10? Who's your 10? Sorry, I haven't heard your 10.
He
Eze.
said Eze.
Eze.
Do you put Martinelli as well on the left? Yeah, that's interesting.
Yep. Which is why I put
What you mean?
Hincapié.
You're his lawyer, Sad. You would pick Martinelli as well, bro.
We'll get to mine after Ash.
This guy, bro.
Yeah, see,
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it as of
agendas.
today. As of today, and me
Yeah.
being the manager, knowing that Jesus is not going to be here, I can't trust Havertz anymore. He has had enough time for me. We brought this guy Gyökeres in. I think he's a confidence player. He just needs to go ahead and start building that confidence back up. And once he starts putting the mask on a lot more, let's see what happens, man. But it's like I said again, you already know what my opinion is about Marino. I just think he's our best clinical striker, but I can't put him up top.
I just read Aaron's comment. Aaron's comment is like, because he's Sicilian, that's why he's not picking Calafiori.
Touche.
Mine, I'm going with Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubimendi, Rice, Odegaard, Eze on the left, Saka on the right, and probably Gabriel Jesus right now as things stand. Obviously, I think we should upgrade on him. We should upgrade on all our strikers, in my
Exactly.
opinion.
So that's conundrum. I think we all have that.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, just so you know, if we buy Julian Alvarez, everything goes out the window. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Bruh, that is a
Everything goes out
striker
the
who
window.
does not need time, bro. To be
Dynastia,
honest, he
babe.
played in the Premier League before, so
Dynastia.
he knows the league.
Mm.
Mike, what a
Brother.
pick, bro.
I think he can play also on the left, you know.
Yeah.
No.
You-
Guys,
you know
guys,
what
enough
my
with this
perfect scenario
nonsense
Hey,
about taking a
Ash,
striker.
Ash,
What do you mean it's
Ash,
nonsense?
Ash,
What
do
you
me
mean
a
it's
favor,
nonsense?
Ash.
Chill,
Calm
bro.
down. Ash, come see.
Listen,
Like,
you know
relax,
what? For me,
You know the
Nah, bro, I don't
versatility,
like this.
guys.
Take
The
a striker and play
versatility.
him
It's a
somewhere else.
versatility, guys.
No, we don't want
different-
versatility.
Play him-
Hey,
Arteta can
you know
shove it
what
up
I
his
would
ass,
do?
bro.
I would play him left wing back. First of all, you know what I'm saying? Shut out Abba.
Let him have a sitting
Alvarez.
goal.
And play
Yeah,
Saliba up. Saliba used to be a striker when he was younger.
perfect
Play Saliba as a
scenario.
striker.
The perfect scenario would be, but not also from a player perspective, but also from a financial perspective, is to get rid of Jesus and Havertz
That's what
and
I'm
get
saying.
Alvarez. You know what I'm saying?
Kaidaver.
Yeah,
Get
that's
the rotation between Gyökeres and Alvarez.
Because he's already, I think, on 200 or 250. I think I'm gonna check it out. Actually, I think
Jesus is on 265 and Havertz is on 285.
Look
Sell
at
them
that,
both.
bro.
You have like 550 room again. You know what I'm saying?
You give that. You give what? You give 275 to Alvarez, and you bring in a left winger. That
There
for
you go.
me solves so many issues.
Um,
And that's why I'm saying, for me, I have to put my hopes on Gyökeres to come through because he will eventually, if not this year, be our main striker. If we get another striker like Julian Alvarez, I already know who's going to be sitting the bench.
yeah.
Alvarez is already at 240.
Bro,
by the way.
next season, if we get Alvarez and Rodrigo on the left, bro, we're winning the treble next season, bro.
Which is
That
why
attack is
it's
tremendous.
important for us to do what we have to do this season so that we can continue
exactly.
that. We continue that, bro. We are going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, the next powerhouse to go ahead and look after
Dynasty, hopefully.
It's a
every
dynasty.
Dynastia, yeah, Dynastia, yeah.
Just to,
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Like winning 2-3 leagues in the coming 5 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mwah! That would be the perfect scenario. For
You would let your
Let's
hair
win the
down,
first
yeah?
one
You would let your hair
first.
down?
Let's win the first one.
bro. I would cut my hair and donate it. Bro.
No, don't cut it. Give me some. Don't donate it. Just give it to me.
I would donate it to you, bro. I send it your way.
so just to put my team. So my team is gonna be Raya in goal, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, and Calafiori at left back. The midfield is gonna be Zubimendi, Rice, Havertz,
And Odegaard.
and then
Shut
then
up. Just
and
say
then-
Odegaard. Don't do that crap. Just say Odegaard. We know. Guys,
Hey, you know what I was gonna do? You know what I was gonna do? I was gonna play Havertz. I was gonna play Havertz in the 10 and play Gyökeres as striker. I can't lie. I just want to see that to see what happens. No, but bro, listen.
Bro, we saw that.
I just want to see what he's like to have Havertz. I want to see what Havertz is like right behind the striker.
Bro,
if they-
remember
That's
when,
what-
what are you on about?
did you
Seen it.
forget? No, listen. Did you forget one of the biggest reasons why we lost the league 2 years ago when we were this
Ah,
close?
but bro,
Against Aston
It's
Villa.
because-
no, but
It's
bro,
because we put
I
Havertz
can't
in midfield, bro.
No,
You
but
thought it
hold
would
on.
go with
What
just
was the
MO
game?
there. Imagine the freaking Space Invader next to us.
But he played that as an 8, right? Not as a 10.
Hold on. What was the game? What was the game that we played him and Jesus? And I can't lie, bro. They were just like linking up that one game, bro. What was that one game, bro?
I'll tell you what that game was. That game was wake
Against
up from the
Burnley.
sleep, Saad. That was the game. That was wakey Saad. That was Saad
Wake
having a
up
late
from your
night.
sleep,
Against
FC,
the
bro.
last
Hey,
15.
Nah.
Against
Okay, let me
Burnley.
actually give you my midfield. My midfield, the strongest midfield I would say is Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard. And in the front three, I'm gonna go with Saka on the right.
Damn, bro.
Havertz in the middle.
You have
What?
all the
What?
time. You're taking this-
and-
I don't mind that, honestly.
Trossard-
Compared to the
Trossard on
strikers
the
we
left.
have, I don't mind that.
Listen, I'm
I mean,
gonna go-
that's the worst one yet.
No, I don't think that's the worst one, honestly.
no, but this is just based off of what
Even though
I
I
think
don't rate
has
Havertz.
the most goals. But regardless, I'm hoping that Gyökeres proves me wrong.
You know, we're talking about
If we're being fair to Saad, when we went on that mental 16-win run out of 18 games 2 seasons ago and the 89 points, it was that exact same lineup minus Partey for
Yeah, but
Zubimendi,
we're
that's
talking
all.
about current
It was the
form, right?
exact
We're
same
not talking
team.
about the last year form or 2 years
But
ago.
but correct me
Mm.
if I'm wrong, Saad. Saad's question was basically if everyone is fit and in form. Or
Yeah,
was
if
that not the
someone's
question?
fit,
yeah,
Whoa,
but based
whoa,
on
whoa,
current
whoa,
form,
whoa.
right?
Whoa, you said fit and inform. And inform Gyökeres is way better than
Yeah,
inform
yeah,
Havertz,
exactly.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you
So
that.
then, yeah.
Guys,
tell you that.
no. We need to stop doing
Oh
that.
no,
So we don't
Stop
know-
backtracking now.
We don't know
Holy-
inform Gyökeres because inform Gyökeres, you guys are referring to is
literally
another
We
said
do know Inform
We haven't-
Gyökeres.
We haven't
Inform
seen an
Gyökeres
inform Gyökeres in England.
scored 100 goals.
Maybe I guarantee if Gyökeres goes back to Sporting tomorrow, he bangs again because he's gonna get spaces. We don't
Luis-
know Gyökeres in England.
Luis
who he
Suarez
is.
has 22 goals right now, 6 assists
Inter
for
Miami?
Sporting. No, for Sporting. Luis Suarez, the kid that
Oh,
took
the new
over
one, the
for
new guy.
the Colombian
the new
guy.
striker,
Big
yeah.
up my Colombianos
Yeah.
out there. You know what I mean?
Ah.
Colombia, Shakira.
Yes, he's got 22 goals. So you can tell that it's a league thing, man. You can tell it's a league thing.
Listen,
Exactly, bro.
I can't
I
lie.
mean,
I
big
can't
up-
lie.
big
Darwin
up-
Núñez had an
all I'm
amazing
saying
season.
is big up Yasser Asprilla, you know what I'm saying? The Colombian.
Who's
youngster,
your
big
left
up
wing,
him.
Sad? So you have Havertz
Left
up front.
Trossard. He
Who's
said
your left
Trossard.
wing?
I said Trossard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so question to you guys: none of you guys think Eze would work in the left for us?
No.
Honestly,
He's
from what
literally-
I've seen,
he's
we didn't
literally
really
like
see it,
Trossard,
though.
but more physical.
We
But
didn't really
he's not
see
like a
it.
left
The one
winger.
who-
He can play midfield towards the left.
He's like a
you know,
wide
but not,
playmaker. That's it.
Yeah, but not a left
somebody that's
winger.
Yeah,
He did it so
like
well,
I said,
bro.
like I said the last time, Ash, he's a left 10. You know what I'm saying? He's not a
Yeah,
left
yeah, yeah.
wing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, the way we play our left wings get isolated, and you don't want Eze isolated on the left wing, bro. You want him to be closer in the middle so he can cut into the middle, make a line breaking pass, or shoot at the goal. You know what I'm saying?
Which
That's
is
But
the-
then
why-
Trossard does that on the left anyway, so why
Bro,
can't
he'd
Eze
be
do that?
perfect.
Trossard
He'd be
can do it.
perfect in a diamond formation, bro. On the left, bro. I
What
swear.
diamond, bro, you need to stop your FIFA manager, bro.
Sad.
Bro,
Listen,
it's
which is
not-
why I said hincapié.
It's not about FIFA, bro.
Eze is gonna drift wide. He's gonna
Mm.
leave a hole in the middle, which is why I feel a lot more comfortable having Hincapié there to stop anything. And then Timber, since he's all the way, Eze is all the way to the left, Timber's the one that's gonna go ahead and push up and keep the width for us wide. That's just the way I look at it. Why I have Eze in my team. Mo, you look. I sent this in the group chat the other day. The heat maps of both players between Eze and Mo. You know where Odegaard is gonna be. It's gonna be in a triangle between the striker and Saka. That's his thing. That's his thing. That's all he really does. Obviously, he tracks back, but with Eze, we get a lot more central. We got a lot on the left. We get a lot from coming back sometimes, and also on the
Yeah.
right. So he covers for me a lot more. He's not. He's less predictable, bro. We know what we're getting from Odegaard. We know, and we continue to have these debates. I'm just tapped out.
Listen, I've seen here's what I'm gonna say about Erdegaard. I've seen the best out of Erdegaard. I've seen that he can reach that level. Even when we started doing the whole control thing, he still was able to reach that level. Now, yes, he's had a bit of injuries problems, and yes, he's been shit. The last season, he was completely shit. This season, he's had some injury issues, bro. The guy freaking, I don't know what, he's got a fractured ankle, whatever, or broke his ankle or something. So he was out for ages. Like, let's not act like
He's had 4 good games so far this season. Like he's not
yeah,
been
but
shit all
that's
season.
not the standard. I'm not sitting here saying that.
I agree. I agree.
But what I'm saying is,
did you consider that he's just soft? You know what I'm saying?
no, because even in certain games, I'm seeing him take risks. This is
Because
the problem.
no other player has been injured this many times in that short amount of time within a season, bro. Did you know that?
So
I mean,
so
Calafiori.
if you're doing-
Calafiori is injured at the same level, if
okay,
not more.
okay, true. Calafiori is also there. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
like,
not just
literally comes
Calafiori.
back 2 months
You
injured
can look
again.
at, you can look
Comes
at
back 2
Rodri
months
and
injured
how
again.
he's been injured. You can look at these people and how they get injured.
But
Bro,
did
having
you not?
breaks in the bones is
But did
mad.
you forgot? But did you forgot how he just got bodied at the Liverpool game? He just got pushed, and bro did like, you know, what I'm saying, 5 ball rolls on the ground and then stood up. Remember that? Was it Liverpool or was it the game after?
Can I tell you why? Can I tell you
It wasn't
why?
Liverpool. He was on the
Oh,
bench. He was on the bench.
nothing
against
of it. It was
Liverpool.
nothing of it. It was nothing of it. It was nothing.
But can I tell
Yeah,
you?
yeah. When he injured his
situation that
shoulder. Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna say though. Not everybody is gonna be Saka. I'll be real. Not everybody is gonna be Saka and be able to hold their man off.
Yeah,
Bruno
of course,
Fernandes.
I
Bruno
understand
Fernandes.
that. But
Bruno Fernandes,
there's
who's a
oh,
10,
but bro,
everybody's. But
but
hold on.
there's
But
levels of being weak. This guy is at the lowest level. This guy is as literally a feather, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can push this guy by breathing on him. You know what I'm saying? That's
You
how
can
he
tell
works.
it gets into his head, man. Against Nottingham Forest, what was that? Their defensive midfielder. What's his name? The young
Sangare.
kid.
Sangare.
No. The other one, the English kid.
Elliot Anderson.
Anderson
Elliot Anderson.
popped him, bro. Ever since he got, that's it. There was nowhere to be found. Odegaard.
if this,
That's my
if-
biggest
if
problem
this-
with him.
Okay, so if that
To be honest, Elliot
injury-
Anderson also bodied Gyökeres in that game when he pushed him away at the corner flag.
if you lot are talking
I
about
mean,
that,
who?
I'll be real.
Odegaard gets bullied since he joined the Premier League, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen
And so does Gyökeres this season. See, I actually agree with everything T's saying, but the problem is that he doesn't hold that same energy for Gyökeres. Gyökeres gets bodied by every single.
He has been
player.
getting bodied. He has been getting bodied.
Bro,
More surprisingly,
remember when Raya took that long throw to him against
Body
Everton?
wrestled.
And the fullback, not even the centre back, the fullback shoved him off the ball and won the ball and
Yeah.
started an attack.
And like I said,
agree with you,
the
T.
difference
I agree with you
is
about Odegaard.
the difference
but
is
hold the
one
same
guy
energy.
one guy has been here for years, the other guy has been here for 4 or 5
What does that have to
months.
do with what does that have to do with
That-
physicality? Why do I need to be in the league for 6 months or a year to know to be physically strong? That has nothing to do with it.
Because I feel
Physicality-
like because one of my criticisms of Gyökeres is that he wrestles defenders too much. You need to
Also,
make
no,
runs
also his
so
first
you
touch is awful.
get
His first
away
touch
from
is
these
awful too.
defenders. You know what I'm saying? Be open and make moves that you step away from these defenders. I don't want you to,
I agree.
to wrestle these defenders.
agree
you know
with
what I'm
you.
saying? So that's
Yeah.
my criticism. If he fixes that, he doesn't need to be strong. He doesn't need to be physical. He just needs to be there to finish the chance. That's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
So
don't
then
need
why
you to be,
can't you give that same feedback to
because
Odegaard?
Odegaard,
Why
because
can't you say, hey,
no,
Odegaard, I
listen.
don't need you to get into
Because
physical
Odegaard
battles.
is one of the leading pressers, yeah? The amount of times that he backs away from tackles as well, the amount of times that he backs away from 50-50s or other challenges, you know what I'm saying? At least Gyökeres tries to beat his man, you know what I'm saying? Odegaard steps away. Odegaard chickens away from responsibility, and Odegaard chickens
So
away.
how does
from
he
hard
chicken
challenges.
away
Well,
when you just said
Ash, hold on. There's
he
no
just
way, bro.
contradicted himself?
Because bro, no, but even then, that's an incorrect point. That's an incorrect point because Erdogan numerous times throughout his career at Arsenal, what do we say? He always wins the balls up high.
And
in
he
the
leads the press.
in the attack.
Exactly. Yeah.
He leads the press.
And we
he
haven't seen
intercepts
that
the
for
ball.
2 years.
Is that
And we
somebody?
haven't seen that for 2 years.
No. But hold on.
It-
But he
Am I wrong?
he intercepts
That part
the
is
ball
fair.
from
That part, I
defenders
agree
and
with you. That,
midfielders.
yeah.
He intercepted the ball from the fielders. If you lot are talking about since he's this injury, he's gotten weak, or maybe he's a bit scared to go into challenges. Like, it's fucked up his head. I can understand that mindset. I can understand that
Yeah.
thought process. But if you're telling me
Exactly.
throughout his whole stint at
But
Arsenal,
listen. It's a
all that,
mix
it's not-
between that and him being weak. You know what
he's
I'm
not
saying?
weak though.
He is weak.
He
If you
has
think this guy is strong, you are wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Sad.
Can you name
Sad.
me? Can you name me?
Strong.
Can you name me which
It's not about
playmaker
being
outside
strong.
Morgan Rogers is strong?
People,
Name me the playmaker in City or in Liverpool. Is Vert strong? No,
Bro,
he's not.
Pedri's
Shirky.
smaller.
Is Shirky
He's
strong?
slankier, and he's still better. He's still better on the ball. He doesn't get shrugged off like Mo gets shrugged off. I'm sorry.
Guys,
some
but
players
you could
Odegaard
look
didn't
at-
get shrugged
you
off
look
when
at
he was at his pump. When he was at his pump, Odegaard wasn't getting shrugged off the ball.
Because
2
he
years
would
ago,
act-
and
Yeah, he would get away from those tight situations, right?
exactly, and this is what I'm saying. When T is saying Gyökeres needs to do this to avoid physical battle, and I 100% agree with that. I'm saying keep the same energy for Odegaard. Odegaard doesn't need to get into physical battles. Just get away from that kind of stuff. This is what I'm trying to say, and I don't think he needs to be that physical monster. Bro, City's playmakers are very weak physically. Liverpool's playmaker Wirtz is very weak physically. Bruno
Okay.
Fernandes, Man United's playmaker, is weak phically.
I don't
But
think
But
that's the
always,
issue.
Bruno
Gents, I don't think that's the issue.
Fernandes
That's not
always
the
gets
issue.
done.
All of those
That
players,
is not the issues.
all of those players are more effective at the end of the day. than Martin
Exactly.
Odegaard.
Exactly.
No.
Over the last 1 year,
Exactly.
yes, I
Over the
agree.
last
It's not
one
the
year,
physicality.
I agree over
It's
the
not the
last 1 year.
you mentioned Bruno Fernandes for a reason, Saad. Okay.
By the
Bruno
way,
Fernandes takes his chances. He
How
shoots
dare
from
you?
outside the box.
How dare
and
you call
Mo
Wirtz
doesn't,
the
bro.
best 10 in the world and compare Martin Odegaard with him, bro? After these last 2 years, how dare you, bro? You compare this
What?
guy with actual good number 10s, bro.
First
I've
of
had
all,
that.
I don't think you heard me correctly. I said even Wirtz is physically weak. So to say Odegaard is weak, like it's a trait expected from a playmaker, is weird. Secondly, I
Yeah, but
agree. I
Wirtz
said in the
better.
summer Wirtz is better based on
Sure.
what I've seen from Odegaard in the last 1 year. But Odegaard at his best is one of the best playmakers in the world. The problem is he hasn't showed us that in the last 1 year. He showed it in a
Mhm.
couple of games this season, and I thought he got it back against Villa, against Brighton, Newcastle earlier. But then he
Mhm.
had the 2 games after that which were garbage.
And
And
it's
I've
been
criticized
2
them for that.
years. And it's been 2 years as well.
A year and a half, not 2 years, but I hear what you're saying.
Oh, wow. 6 months. Oh my god. Bro, what are we
Yeah,
doing here,
the
bro?
6
He's
months
been
does make a
shit.
difference.
He's been shit, and you want me to have the same energy against the guy that's been here for 4 or 5 months? Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like,
Listen,
actually.
for me,
Bro.
Mo needs to
Okay,
go ahead
what
and
do you
put the
think-
ball in
wait,
the back of the
I-
net with a better shot.
Wallahi,
That's my biggest thing with him.
This is the last question I'm going to ask on your Chris, and I'll never bring him up again the whole stream. So since you said it's been only 4 or 5 months, T, what do you expect to change from your Chris? Don't tell me system. System is not going to change. Arteta's going to
No,
keep the
first-
same system. What do you
I'll
think?
say
What
first
do you
touch.
think your Chris will change?
First
I mean,
touch. He needs to improve that first touch because
touch.
I think
No,
that's
no,
very-
Sami.
hold
That's
up
what I'm
play.
asking. I know what he needs to improve. I'm asking what
Okay.
he thinks your Chris is going to change.
Listen,
Does he
he-
think your Chris is going to be faster?
He
Do you
can
think he's gonna be a better
improve.
dribbler?
He can improve in the points that I criticized them on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not
Which
going to
are?
repeat myself 100 million times. I'm talking about his runs. I'm talking about sometimes his decision making. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes just don't lose your head. Just stay calm, and it will come. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. You know what I'm saying? I need him to play.
Okay, so you
his
think that he
natural
will
game.
improve in these things? You
Yes,
think he will improve in these
because
things?
I do
Okay,
I
fair.
do believe that you know what I'm saying, like you guys want to give Martin Odegaard the benefit of the doubt about this being a mental thing. I do believe that when a striker doesn't score goals consistently, it fucks with their head. It's just that simple, bro. And I want to give that benefit of the doubt to Gyökeres because I have seen Gyökeres perform, and I do believe that we can see that again once he find that consistency. You know what I'm saying? I just need
He
to
will be
get
the
that.
first. He will be
I
the
just
first
need
striker
him
in
to-
20 years to do that. By the way, the first
Okay,
one.
cool,
If he does that.
cool.
So
Okay,
hopefully,
cool.
hopefully.
Okay, but I don't look at those stuff, Ashraf. Well, it doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, all players are different. If this player can finally find his footing and perform, at the end of the day, that's just better for our team. I just don't understand.
I agree
why
with you. I agree.
Okay, I just want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
Everything I say is for the betterment of the team. You know what I'm saying? If Martin Odegaard was actually good as you guys make him out to be, I would want him in this team. You know what I'm saying? And if Gyökeres, if I can get Julian Alvarez today, obviously I'm going to bench Gyökeres. You know what I'm saying? That's not even a question, bro. But I just want to get the best out of the players that we have currently. And I do believe that Gyökeres is the best striker that we have if he finally finds his form. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that he will score me the most goals out of him and Havertz and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I do believe
Hopefully.
that.
And by the way, just to clarify, I think Odegaard has been shit this season. I've never once said he's been good. And if he doesn't pick it up before the end of the season, I think he needs to go.
Again, right?
I think he had a shit season last season, but do you know what I mean? This season.
But last thing I just want to mention. Also, you know, it's a team game, right? So he cannot do it by his own. And then most time, where the striker really thrived is where the crosses comes from the wings, you know. And if we look at Saka, if we look at Martinelli, Trossard, they always like to cut inside and either make a shot or pass it, you know. And
go
and
into his
really
space.
and that's kind of, you know, hindering Gyökeres from getting those chances and attempts, I would say, because, you know, when you cut inside as a winger, the first thing that comes into your mind, if you have the space, you're going to shoot, obviously. And you know, and that's not helping a lot. And Saka needs to cross a lot, and he is a good crosser, you know, Saka, even with his weak foot, and he needs to do it a little bit more. Also, Martinelli needs to do it a little bit more. The only time I see the crosses really effective is when even Ben White is overlapping with Saka, and you know, he gives him the ball, and Ben White, obviously the first thing that he does is cross the ball inside the box, and that's where Gyökeres really thrives. You know, if you're not finding solution from the central areas, then the wings, as my friend here mentioned, that's where you're going to create space, either the wings or from central areas. So they cannot cover both sides. So one of those two needs to create the assist to Gyökeres, and obviously his first touch, he needs to improve on that, because the first touch is the most crucial touch for a striker, is his first touch, because that can open a huge space for him if he does it right.
You know what I have?
By the way, guys, because I think Capo mentioned he needs to go. So Capo, please give us your
really quick
thoughts on United as well. By the way,
really quick, I'll just end this with Gyökeres. I haven't seen him make an over or behind the shoulder run. So if a winger does cut in, I haven't seen him make one of those run where a negative pass gets played into him. So this is for me the mentality, let alone the technicality. I think the mental aspect. I think he's starting to figure out how we're playing, which is why I'll give him a little bit more time, man. We're spending money on it, but what I feel like when he does figure that whole timing and the run, he's going to, if he gets into the situations, I know he's finishing it. That's not my issue. My issue is Marino movement with Gyökeres finishing is what we want. Is what I want. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at
that. I just want to get your quick thoughts, bro, because you're gonna leave now.
So
I just want to quickly get your thoughts on Man United before you obviously leave, and then obviously we're gonna get to the City thing and
sure.
But let us know, bro. What's going on with Man United this weekend?
It's pressure. Pressure is back on. You know, we rested some players this week, which is very good. Obviously, Gabriel coming on and being just closing up shop. You know, that's exactly what we want to see. Give him some minutes off the pitch. He came in, he got some minutes into his legs just to go ahead and get him ready for the weekend. So defensively,
Rice also.
Yeah, Rice also, right? Rice being smart, you know, he wanted to come on and get a yellow on purpose. You know, smart guy there. But I have a feeling the fact that we are home, yes, this is a brand new Man United team, and I don't know where this Ahmad love is coming from, and this Ahmad just put him on a pedestal. Like, the kid is good. I don't think he's great enough to go ahead and trouble us. You know, I hope that doesn't kick me in the ass. I would see more Mbeumo doing a lot more damage, you know, to us. We do have Hincapié and Calafiori back. If MLS is there, then yes, we're going to definitely struggle against Mbeumo. But knowing that Gabriel is next to MLS, I think we can figure that one out. I don't think their midfield is going to trouble us at all. I think we're just going to be running them over, to be honest, at home. Our attack, I would love to say I want to see a 3 sheet. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to go in there with a bit of nerves. We're going to go ahead and make sure that we go out first, not to lose. So with that said, I think it's going to be a tight game. Possible. I don't want to say a 1-1. I think we've tied the last 3 games that we played. I can't walk out of here with nothing less than a W, gentlemen. I'm feeling 2-1. I think they're gonna get some sort of goal because they're gonna pressure us. They're gonna go ahead and test us, and then we're gonna let something in. A freaky goal. I don't think it's gonna be a deserved one, but I think a 2-1 is definitely gonna push us over the line.
No, fair enough. Listen, big up to Capo, of course.
Always, gentlemen. Always. Listen, thank you for having me on. Big up to all you gentlemen. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the game on Sunday. I'll be around on Sunday. There's going to be a huge snowstorm over here, so I won't be on the field. Everything is actually canceled over here on my end. So if you guys are about, if you guys are doing anything, you need an extra, afterwards, beforehand, whatever it is, just let me know. But big up to ours, man. We're in a good position to go ahead and keep it moving, and the only way we're going to not make this happen is because of our own doing again, and I can't have that again. That's trying to.
And these guys called me Gandhi when I said the only enemy of Arsenal is Arsenal. They said, "Hey,
I've been saying that for the last couple of years." Listen, the good thing I think
this guy wants to be another Liam Rossinier, bro.
Ashur, TK said something about finally Arteta is starting to figure out these substitutions, when to bring him in, when to bring him out. As you can see, he's pulling people out early. He's not taking things, I wouldn't say personal. He's not feeling bad for his decisions, pulling somebody out too early. So, hey, for me, Gyökeres is going to start up top. I don't want to see MLS in this game. And I definitely need to see a performance or at least a connection between Saka and Gyökeres that fill everybody up confidence moving forward, because we're going to need them both definitely in the stretch. But, gentlemen, with that said, love. All right. Have a good one. And I am out.
Take care.
Bless.
Viva mi gente! Viva mi gente!
Mi gente.
Big up to Capo as always, man. Big up, man.
What an upgrade from Souls, man.
Bro, listen.
Can we just kick him out permanently, like Souls?
I mean, bro, listen. Another person who is more of a Moroccan than Souls. Do you know what I mean? It's mind game.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
It's insane how many people are not
better as
Moroccan.
well.
Yeah, bro, not even Moroccan, and do you know what I mean? They're speaking better Moroccan, better Darija, better everything, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. Right, guys. Enough of actually. Let's quickly talk about Yves Manieri going to Marseille. Because, bro, yeah, sorry, the French had to come out there. But I needed let's speak about him going there, bro. Because
it's funny. I saw a picture of him and Quinton Timber, and it almost looked like said one of our training sessions, but with a different kid. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah, that is true, bro. That's mad. I wish we got Quinton Timber, bro. I heard he's amazing.
He went for $4.5 million, bro.
That's mad. I would have taken
$4.5 million for Quinton.
Yeah, but you always know, there's a Premier League tax, and when the Premier League team approaches,
he would have gone for like 20. But even if it's 20 million for us, for example, I would take that, man. Like he's better than Norgard. He's better than Norgard.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know where he plays. Honestly, I didn't watch him, so I don't know where he plays.
I think he's a midfielder.
Yeah, but did you guys hear about Norgard also potentially leaving for Ajax?
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Like we were counting on him.
Inshallah.
You know what? Yeah, inshallah is a bit mad. I don't think Norgard's been that bad.
I don't think he's been that bad, but he's not been the player we need. I think.
I know he's not. But I need a replacement.
That's
it. I'm not trying to see him leave and no one comes in. We need a replacement.
Yeah, of course. That goes without saying. That's common sense. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'd rather him than no one, obviously. Yeah.
But for Yves Manieri, bro, I think for me personally, what I wanted didn't come to fruition because I wanted him to go to a Premier League club. When I saw Palace on the cards, I was like, "Ooh, that could be good." I wanted him to go to a Premier League club because I need him to get that Premier League experience, bro. I need him to play against Premier League centre backs. I need him to play against, the intensity of the Premier League. I don't want to see him playing in France, to be honest. But it is where it is.
I don't think that's needed, bro. He's already played in the Premier League. He knows how the Premier League intensity is. Exactly. I think what he needs is to play regular minutes and to play regular minutes under a coach that knows how to develop attackers and who will teach him don't make these kind of runs, play these kind of passes, don't stand here, you need to be standing here. He needs to learn that kind of stuff, because once he comes back, he'll adapt to the Premier League easy, bro.
Why did
All I'm
he
saying is, hey,
Sorry, guys. One last thing. I was just laughing. I was laughing earlier because Register Kev, when we were talking about replacing souls, he's like, to be frank, you could have left the screen blank and it would be an upgrade.
Wallahi, big up.
That might be true.
Big up.
That actually might be true, Kev.
Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
you know what, Bud it, bro. Let's just do
Yeah,
that.
the black screen is
Big up
coming.
to the souls.
Big up to the black
souls-
screen.
Big up to the black screen, man. It's
Upgrade on
officially
souls.
replaced souls, man. It's officially replaced souls. But listen, for real.
By the way, Ethan got number 11, so he's 100,000,000% going to be important for their team, bro. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That's
Hey,
brilliant.
Because
to
he
be
had
the
number
battle
11.
of the two.
Yeah.
You guys know about the other winger who went to France, right? Endrick from Real Madrid.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys see the
Leon.
highlights of his debut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
cooking,
so
bro.
my
good, man.
god!
Man,
He's
this guy is a
fucking
talent,
cooking.
by the way. He's a talent.
Wow.
Look, Real
stuff
Madrid
he
does
was
not
doing
like
right
Real Madrid does not go to a player unless they believe
no.
that he's a generational talent. You know.
There's been some players.
But how many players, Sad, compared to how many players they actually turned out to be good from them, man?
Yeah,
But-
obviously. Majority,
But honestly, about Nathan Ranieri, I understand Sad's stance where he's saying that he wants the Premier League exposure. It's because at the end of the day he'll play for Arsenal next season, let's say. But looking at it from now, I mean, under De Zerbi, I think he's gonna do well in terms of coaching and development. And also, we've had a good experience with Marseille, if you guys remember Saliba
yeah.
as well. Yeah, so he came out from Marseille, and he came back to Arsenal, and the rest is history. He became our main player. So, and I think 1 year's chance. I mean, if he's gonna play as a 10, so I don't see him getting those minutes just because of the seniority of Eze and Odegaard. So until one of them actually leaves the club, I don't think he's going to get a lot of chances and a lot of minutes, especially if both are fit. However, if there's a crisis, of course, I hope not, is if there's a lot of injuries and that's the only time he's going to get a chance. But you know what? Looking at it from back last season, I mean, Ranieri was a really, really good player. I liked what he did. He was really good. You can see the potential. You can see that he's clinical. He got a good shot on him. His passes are good. His runs are good. His dribbling is good. So he just need a little bit of development. I think he can overtake even Odegaard in terms of our main number 10 2-3 years from now. I can see it. I mean, I don't think anybody here will be shocked that we're going to see Odegaard.
Don't forget,
as
we have
main 10.
someone who's apparently even more talented than him. No, in
Talking about Max Dallman. Yeah, but Max Dallman is playing as a right wing, where Ranieri is going to be
He's
more
originally a
central,
10.
right?
He's only been playing right wing because of like the position. There's no space. For
Really?
him. But he's actually he's actually a 10. He plays as a 10 for the under.
He looks so good as a right wing, even better than
Oh
one
my
year.
god! I think he would be better as a right winger. I agree with you. He's so good as a
Yeah.
right winger, man. It's insane.
All right,
Yeah,
listen.
but that's what I thought about Ethan, and I felt like this whole gimmick about he's a 10, so we're just gonna buy Madueke and never play Ethan at the right anymore. I do believe that some
Come
players
on,
can
T.
play-
Let's actually agree on
Yeah.
something. Come on, I agree
Yeah,
with you.
exactly.
Bro.
Because I do
100%.
believe that some players can play multiple positions, because the biggest example of this is Cole Palmer. He can play right wing and he can play 10. Why can Ethan do that? You know what I'm saying? I do believe that we have such a big talent in our hands that can play both positions at the same level. I don't feel like him at the 10 is a better player than him at the right wing, bro. I just
The
don't see that.
problem, T, is you have people like the fraud next to you up top who's like, no, but he's not a right winger. He's a 10. As if Skelly is a left back. Like, so what does that mean? As if Rice was an 8 before.
You scumbag. Yeah. So
He's
let me tell
better
you-
on the
let me tell
right,
you
and
what.
he's actually.
Even
I
when
would
he was
play
playing on the
Ranieri
right,
over Madueke.
Even when he was
personally.
playing on the right, he would always go central, bro. He'd always drift central,
What?
bro.
Why are you
What are we
talking out
talking
of your
about here,
ass?
bro?
When he played right,
We're
he
talking
played
about
right
my
wing for
arse,
us
man.
last season when Saka was injured. He scored that goal against Brighton, running from the right side. He scored that goal against Man City, running from the
Cutting
right side.
inside.
What are you
Yeah.
on
Where,
about?
where was
He-
where was
he-
the goal that he scored against
Yeah.
Leicester? Where did that come from?
Our left wingers and our right wingers, like Saka and Martinelli, they also make runs from the central areas sometimes.
Wow.
That's normal. But his
Now
main
he-
position If I go check Ethan Waneri's heat map right now, how much do you want to bet most of it is going to be on the right side?
Listen.
How much do
It
you want to
doesn't
bet
matter.
most
Hold
of it's
on,
going to be on the right side?
hold on.
You know what,
Listen,
you pissed me off.
it
I'm gonna
doesn't
actually pull it
matter.
up now.
Hold on. It doesn't matter what you think or I think because I'm already proven wrong. Because Marseille have signed him as a right
Yeah,
winger.
you're proven wrong. Exactly. You're
There
right.
you go.
You're proven
Marseille,
wrong.
Marseille have signed him
proven
as a
wrong,
right
right.
winger. So clearly Arteta sees him as a right winger because he discussed it with
Wait,
with,
is that a position of Greenwood, isn't it?
yeah, but they've classed him as a forward. So he has to be playing right wing. They haven't classed him as a midfielder, otherwise he'll be
Imagine him being a striker because there was also this whole rumor about Arteta wanting him to be a striker in the future. Imagine him playing at striker in Marseille, bro.
That's insane. Now listen, obviously they see him as a right
He's
winger.
a better right
agree with
winger
you
than
guys.
Madueke. Nobody will change my mind about that. This guy has.
No, I
people
agree. I agree with you.
Madueke has been a good cover. He's got 0 goals and 0 assists in the Premier League out of 7 starts in 12 games. What are you on about?
He's had goals. He's had goals.
He's done okay in the Champions League.
He's had
because
goals
we
in the
played
Champions
against.
League. So why do you
I
speak
agree.
about that?
I
You wanna play
agree,
in the
but then
Champions
so has so has Martinelli. But nobody wants Martinelli for us to start for us in the Premier League, right? Let's have common sense. We all
Yes,
would ship
true.
Martinelli in this coming summer transfer window when we get the chance to get a better left wing.
He's already
What are you
on
on
the
about?
list.
Thank God. What are you guys on about? Madueke has been a flop for us so far. You're trying to name 2-3 good. He's only had good games in the cups. That's it. And then 2 good Premier League games. I'll give him that, or maybe 3 good Premier League games. That's not good enough for the kind of money we spent. Waneri by this time would have had better impact from goals and assist standpoint. He did last season when he played those games as a.
I agree.
By the way, speaking of Saudi, by the way, they're having a revamp. 50 plus players. Saudi Pro League is going to have a huge revamp in terms of signing players, and Martinelli's one of the.
Yeah, man.
players on the
Snell,
list.
Martinelli to yesterday, bro.
Bro,
Wallah, sell him
Martinelli,
yesterday.
run me that 60 million, bro. I'm here, man. Run me that 60 million. And by the way, that 60 million is pure profit, bro. Or it must be close to pure
Yeah, because
profit.
we bought him like for less than 2, I
6
think,
million.
right?
6 million.
6?
Yeah, we bought him for 6. Yeah.
Brother, it's pennies, bro. It's pennies, bro. Listen, man. All I'm saying is run me that 60 M's and let's keep it pushing, bro. Do you know what I mean? And then we get rid of Trossard because I do think he's gonna leave eventually. And then we revolutionize that position.
Imagine we do a Liverpool like they did Luis Diaz, and we sell this guy for a big price and bring like a significant upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Like Verts, you know what I'm saying? Like Rodrigo.
Listen, don't get me gassed. But listen, let's move away from Arsenal because I agree with T. We don't want to make this like a 3-hour episode. So let's just quickly speak about how shit City are because they lost to Bodo Glimt.
Wait, aren't we going to talk about the United match though?
We're going to do the predictions, brother. Let's just quickly talk about Manchester City because they lost to Bodo Glimt. Yeah, these man lost. Yeah, bro, they lost to a team that has never won against English opposition in the Champions League. They're the first English team that Bodo Glimt has ever beaten, bro, in the Champions League.
And you know what they blamed? You know what they blamed? They blamed the AstroTurf. Oh, it's the pitch.
And the weather. Oh my God, it was so cold.
It's cold, and they watered the pitch and all.
So all I've read was the amount of water on the AstroTurf pitch, and I'm like, bro, you are a professional footballer. You have the best Norwegian player in your team, and you're talking about Norwegian weather and AstroTurf. That's your excuse. Not Rodri getting a red card. Not Rodri getting cooked by these men, you know what I'm saying? But because of the AstroTurf and the rain. That's why you got cooked against Bodo Glimt. Wallahi,
was the AstroTurf the reason why? I don't even remember the player's name. That's how irrelevant Bodo Glimt was. Was that the reason someone nicked the ball off Rodri, played it to the left, and then someone came, did a step over, skinned Rodri, and went and curled it top corner? Was that the AstroTurf? Was the AstroTurf preventing Rodri from making a tackle and winning the ball back? Well, he did try to make a tackle later and got.
By the way, not us starting to cuss out Man City, and all of a sudden Vader just appears out of nowhere. This guy.
What happened, Vader? Are you confident you're winning the league, huh? Because you were talking about how Arsenal always bottle it when they're top by Christmas. Are we
Yeah.
bottling it this season?
We watched the catch up. Have you still got us in a headlock? Are you like this with the headlocks?
yeah, please tell us.
What's
Please
going
tell
on?
us. Yeah.
Mm.
How have we dropped 4 points in the last 2 game weeks and extended our lead? How the hell has that happened? How could we have dropped 4 points and extended our lead? We've gone from
But the question is,
the question is
6
to 7.
the question is, do you think they will continue with this shit form, or do you think actually
I think
will
they'll
turn-
continue
turn
with
the
I think
table?
I think they will drop points to one of, if not both, Spurs and Liverpool in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, let me just bring that up quickly. Hold on. Let me just bring that up.
And the funny thing, Ashraf,
Bring what
Spurs is not in form, but they are still their bogey team, and they still can get
Yeah.
a result against City, bro. That's
the
crazy
only way they
I'm
will
not
beat
counting on
Spurs,
Spurs,
is if Spurs.
honestly.
Yeah, the only way they
Spurs.
beat Spurs is Spurs bend over like they did 2 seasons ago, which is
By the
possible.
way-
Spurs could bend over for them to win.
This might not even be a guarantee win.
No,
for them.
no.
know what I mean?
Let's not do that, guys. Let's
think-
not do that. Come on.
I can't
Yeah,
lie.
man, it's
I mean,
an Etihad,
listen,
man.
Come on.
listen, we're there for the Sane return, mate. We're
Hey.
there. Ah!
Hey, listen,
Yes, bro.
listen.
If you
Noah-
beat, who did you play last game?
Noah Long is here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, from
Noah Lang.
Forest. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, who did you draw against last
Forest?
game?
He didn't play for Forest.
No, he played
Oh,
for
was it
PSV.
Forest?
He played
PSV.
for Club Brugge,
PSV, yeah,
PSV,
PSV Eindhoven.
and he played for Napoli. You know what I'm saying? He came from Napoli, bro.
Can't lie,
Anyway,
they have a tough run.
Noah
Beginning
Long
of
is
the cup.
here. We're getting more players as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay, we're not gonna win against City. I'm just guessing it, but
Yeah,
at the end of the day, if we do, I will be there. I will be there, bro.
But this run is stinky, bro, because they got Tottenham
just
away.
draw with them. If you draw with them, that's enough.
Yeah, they got Wolves, which, to be honest, guys, I know Wolves were saying that they could easily win against Wolves, bro. But Wolves are picking up pace, bro. They're in this like, you know what? We're not shit, bro. Let's just start grinding out some
Stop
sort
it, Sad.
of results,
Stop
man.
it,
Guys, yeah, let's stop that. What are you doing?
Bro,
You're
it's
not
the
gonna draw
Etihad,
now.
bro.
Come on.
It's the Etihad, bro. Also,
Okay.
Bro.
Stop
If it's
it,
at
Sad.
the Molino, I would say maybe, but at the Etihad, they're not gonna do shit, bro. Come on.
They've got Tottenham
Come on,
away.
man.
Tottenham
Yeah,
away.
that they could lose. That they
yes,
could
I,
lose.
I,
That one-
I look at the Tottenham game. Tottenham can do something against these men.
Hey, bro, I'm licking my lips, bro. I'm licking my lips at that fixture. And this one right here, mate, yeah? Liverpool are getting blood back.
Hey, Liverpool, the best team in the world.
Listen, Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm gonna count on Liverpool. Liverpool, I can count on, and they get something
Sadio
out of
Mane.
it.
Liverpool will beat them at Anfield 100%. They
I
will
hope
beat
so.
them.
telling you, Salah is going to be firing that game. You're going to see Verts have a good game. You're going to see it's going to be mad. It's going to be mad, bro. I can just see it right now, bro. And it's not going to
Hey,
be
listen.
easy. for this man.
All I'm saying is we are all red on February 8th. You know what I'm saying? We are all red on February 8th, bro. Big
Brother.
up Liverpool. Big up Arne Slot, the best Dutch manager currently. You know what I'm saying? Big
Yeah.
up, bro.
Big up. And then obviously they've got Fulham at home, which I can see them possibly.
Yeah,
winning.
they'll slap.
Then they've got Newcastle at home. Then they got Leeds away. Guys,
Oh, hey, Leeds is
bro.
also a tough one, bro.
people are looking over this Leeds fixture, bro.
Yo, don't do
Road,
that.
bro.
Don't do that because we also play Leeds away very soon in 2 weeks. So let's not do that. Let's
Right,
calm down
listen.
on Leeds.
Yeah,
calm down.
but here's the thing with Leeds. Yeah, I feel like they might play against us, bro. I feel like they might come out and play against us, man. They're in this.
Oh,
type
why
of
won't they do that against City then? Why won't they do that against City?
No.
They did.
With
They
City,
did.
no. But here's the difference. We have a defense that is rock solid. These man are giving up shots left, right, and center, bro. Calvin Phillips is gonna be eating good.
Look, I hear you. I think Leeds have a better chance against City
Don't
than
act
they have
like that's
against us. I hear
different.
you.
This guy's a scumbag, bro. I told you guys he's a scumbag, bro. You guys don't listen to me.
What?
No, you don't like. See, you guys don't like when someone is trying to be unbiased and give unbiased opinions.
It's not unbiased,
you
bro.
want me to
You're
sit
trying to
here and
compare us
suck
to
our
City,
team
bro.
off, even if... Yeah, Hayawan, you're saying that no, Leeds away is a difficult game. Okay, Saad, we have Leeds away in 2 weeks as well. No. For us, it's different. Was Forest different for us?
For us, it's
Was
different.
Liverpool different for us? What do you want to stop
Yeah.
being stupid? Keep the same energy. I understand Leeds will be more difficult for City, probably. Yes, I can hear that. But you cannot praise Leeds and say Leeds are difficult at their ground and then say, no, for us it's different.
Listen, man. I give it a rest, man.
Eat your
Wait,
grits,
are you eating
bro.
couscous?
Eat
you
your
eating couscous?
grits.
Yeah,
Bro,
man.
I have couscous for dinner as well.
Yeah, man. Big up,
Yeah,
mom.
it's Friday. I mean, it's
My mom made it 2 days
wasn't it?
ago.
Wait, is
2 days
Friday
ago?
is Friday
No, it's
Couscous
Friday,
Day? Is
innit?
that what's going on?
Friday.
Friday
No,
is a
we did.
traditional day.
I had it yesterday, to be fair.
Because for me,
But I haven't tried it.
Friday is fish day. You know what I'm saying? Not Couscous
Yeah, yeah.
Day.
But in Morocco, Friday is couscous day. You get a big.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
mean.
wonder you have stinkers on Fridays, T.
What do you mean?
Because you're having fish.
Because he's eating good.
Yeah, bro.
I get the joke. I got the joke, Sami. I think I'm the only one who got it.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
this guy, Sami. You're a married man now. You know, so you need to calm
That's
down.
disgusting.
You need to
Sam.
calm down.
That's actually
You need to calm down.
that's below the belt. You have a wife and kids. Mate. That's below.
Man.
I'm joking.
No,
But listen,
what I
but
eat
I
is
don't
a-
think to answer.
You're joining the herd sad soon, so
unironically,
chill.
unironically, the guy that runs like the fish restaurant nearby my house, you know what I'm saying, where I eat always, he's Moroccan. You know what I'm saying? And he makes this big platter with like calamari,
Sardine.
and with shrimps, and every other fish. You know what I'm saying? He has everything. It's amazing, bro. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I went today. You know what I'm saying? It's because it's Friday.
go to him and ask him. Say, أنا بغيت sardine.
Sardine.
That's it. And then watch the thing that he comes up with, bro. Full of sardines, bro. It's mad.
Sad,
No,
we're
I don't-
losing
I don't-
viewers
I-
by the
yeah.
second. Let's talk about football again, please.
Yeah. Sorry. Right. Listen.
But still, one question, one more question about City is because we haven't seen Mark Gahey yet, right? Mark Gahey, Semenyo, and as I told you guys, yeah, right. So what I said to you guys before, I told you that City will buy players in January, and they have, right?
Yeah.
And do you think that will impact their season moving forward? I mean, signing a captain like Mark Gahey, Semenyo is a good player. We all rate Semenyo. With Haaland, of course, output. Do you think there will be a change and Pep Guardiola will actually find a tune out of his team and get better? I know now they are bad because two of their defense are injured. Let's be fair. I mean, with our takes here, because Guardiola and Ruben Dias. I mean, those are the main center backs, right?
The
And
thing
John
is,
Stones, right?
Sammy, I never count out City ever. You know what I'm saying? I just don't do that. It's not a smart thing to do, in my opinion, in any way. So I don't count them out that easily. But also, we need to play them as well. They can still beat us, and then the difference is 4 points. You know what I'm saying? But also, one more thing. I don't think Gahey is enough, bro.
And you're assuming we're winning every game.
No. We're not.
Because we're gonna play them in April, by the way.
Yeah, but there can also be
I
a
don't think we lose
situation-
that game, honestly.
Yeah, but there can also be a situation where they drop points, we drop points. You know what I'm saying? It just goes and comes for both teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It will be a shift, but the difference will be still significant, in my opinion. I do not believe that we are going to lose like 3 games in a row and they're going to win like 3 games in a row. I don't see that scenario happening in this situation because I do not believe. I don't see us losing back-to-back games, let alone a losing streak. You know what I'm saying? I just don't, especially not with our defense. But the other thing is about City. I don't think, like I said, Mark Gahey is not enough. They need midfielders. I do believe that because I listen to Ashraf. You know what I'm saying? I listen to his streams as well, and I think he was on stream with LB. And you guys mentioned this. You guys were talking about this and talking about their midfield issues. You know what I'm saying? I think LB mentioned that. And I do believe that City having Rodri in this bad form, you know what I'm saying? Nobody to cover because Rodri was immense both defensively and offensively.
And
They
Foden
literally
playing shit as well.
Yeah, Foden is also playing shit. But people literally said Rodri is a more offensive Rice. He can defend as well as Rice, but he attacks way better than Rice. You know what I'm saying? That's what they said. But at this moment in time, he does not have that same defense that people praised him of. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, especially the lineup that Pep plays, he leaves Rodri there on his own. And I do not believe he has the legs to defend and cover for the defenders. You know what I'm saying? Even though they will have Gahey, even though they have Donnarumma, they will still get exposed a lot because of the lack of physicality and athleticism in the midfield. I do see that, bro. So these signings are cool, but not enough, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, and the thing is, it's you can bring in defenders, you can bring in a defender, and yeah, okay, but you're not stopping the actual problem, because the problem isn't defenders. We can leave Saliba and Gabriel there, and they're very good defenders, but without somebody like Rice, without somebody in front of them that can actually do the job properly, yeah, having that double pivot, bro. If you don't have that double pivot, then bro, what's gonna happen? It's gonna get rinsed. They're gonna come up against chances after chances after chances, and on top of those chances, it's gonna one of them is gonna result in a goal. You know what I mean? If your centre backs are just taking chance on top of chance on top of chance, one of them will go in. They might have 1 or 2 games where they stop them, and they have a masterclass where they stop every single shot. But then you're playing with the.
But you don't have to play 2 pivots, Sad. I mean, we've seen.
I think they do.
Yeah, but if you look at Guardiola, right? Even when he used to coach Barca, for instance, he had also obviously elite midfield. Back then, he had Xavi, he had Iniesta, he had Busquets. But if we look at each player, I mean, he had only actually Busquets as a pivot, right? And Xavi is more of an 8, and Iniesta more of a roaming midfield. So we didn't really see.
Sami, that's different.
Playing
No?
with 2 pivots. Why is it different?
I mean, one is that all these 3 midfielders were all legendary midfielders who kept possession more than City could.
But
right
that's
now.
the thing, Ash, right?
They,
because City always buys the best player out there, right? That's City. I mean, we all know.
But they're still even then they're not on that quality of the Barcelona players, and also Barcelona had a cheat code with the front 3 that they applied pressure just because the teams were so scared to attack them. I think now in this current game, the way it's gotten physical, the way the PNP is quite important. I do think you need a double pivot, especially with the way Guardiola likes to play with the high line and taking the risks and all that. He does need a double pivot in today's football. Maybe 10, 15 years ago when it was slightly slower, maybe you're right. By the way, if you guys go right now, and these games are all available either on YouTube or there to download in different sites, go and download or watch any Barcelona game from 15 years ago. You will see they're not as quick as they are now. Because football was a bit slower compared to how it is now. Like right now, teams are fighting and busting lungs to get back and defend and win the ball back, right? And they're pressing and they're physical and they're a lot more aggressive and they're running faster. So you have to play with a double pivot. I think he needs to play both Nico Gonzalez and Rodri in that team, not just Rodri like by himself or Nico Gonzalez by himself. Even Nico Gonzalez even Rodri and Kovacic alone is not enough for me. That's 2 old midfielders, like one DM, one centimeter who's not the strongest, not the best defensively. They need a proper pivot. This is why we've been so successful. Zubimendi and Rice have allowed us to dominate teams. What do you call Liverpool last season with Szoboszlai and what's his name? And Gravenberch dominating teams. Like
but Ash, that's why I feel like you have to credit Arteta, because he clearly saw this coming.
Yeah, I agree.
And he took Pep's system, and people said that he was copying him at the start. And to be honest, it did look like he was copying him at the start when he
in the beginning he was
started to use that. It did look like he was copying.
It ended up being Simeone.
But then he mastered it by mixing pace and power with that control type football. The only problem is sometimes we have too much control. Do you know what I mean? Where it kills us sometimes. But at least to have that team where we can control games like that, that's what I think City missed the most. And yes, Sami, they can go out and get the best players. But if the tactics are not to have full control of the ball anymore, then you can have the best defenders. You can have the best midfielders. But if you're leaving one man singly by himself, who can't do the job.
I'm the best manager. Why you left that out?
Okay, yeah, the best manager, but the best manager can only get you so far.
What do you mean?
The best manager can only get you so far. Pep Guardiola can only get you so far. If these players are not able to do what he wants to do, or if the game passes him, then bro, do you know what I mean? You're gonna lose points.
That's the thing, Sadi. When you have a an elite manager like Pep, and he's used to getting superstars usually. I mean, every team he goes to, he's always having stars in his team, like Barca, Bayern Munich, and now Manchester City. The thing about City, and I just replied to Cali about it, and that you'll not find the KDB right now in the market, which I agree. I understand there's no KDB currently in the market, but the thing is with City, they will buy somebody who's a high potential to become a good player, let's say, and if they fail to do so, like Shirky, for instance, right? They will. Let's say Shirky fails, right? He flops for whatever reason. He flops. They would go and spend another 80, 90 million in the summer just to get another, let's say, quote unquote, another KDB, right? That's the thing about Manchester City in general, that you don't feel there's a repercussion of their spending. And if Guardiola deems that this player is not good enough for him or for the squad, or he's not good in general, he'll say, okay, I don't see this player fits in my system. I need another player with this and this and this profile. And then the scouting team, of course, and with the sporting director, they will go and try to find somebody within that criteria that Guardiola set for him, right? So that's my whole aspect about it, right? I mean, currently, yes, you guys are right. They're not performing at a high level, and probably because there's no legs in the midfield. I understand that Rodri is not the Ballon d'Or Rodri. I mean, there's a huge, especially after the ACL, there's a huge regression from him. But overall, I would say, you need to always count Pep in, and that's what we've learned in the last 5 years, that you cannot count, like T said, you cannot count City out, the conversation or the competition.
Sami, can I ask you? Let me just say one thing, and we need to get to predictions because this is going to get mad. I just want to say one thing. There's times where you look at rivals, and obviously rivals are going to sit there and they're going to go crazy and they're going to go over the top. And some of the Man City fans are going to go over the top and they're going to be reactionary and this and that. But when I look at certain people that I rate, like Man City fans that I know, top ball knowledge, fans like LB, who are saying, who are saying like, it looks like Pep's lost control. Pep's doing stuff to make this team. They have a better insight than me, you, T, Ash, Souls, because they are Man City fans. They live this. They breathe this. That's why for us four, nobody can tell us about Arsenal if they're a rival fan better than we can tell them about Arsenal, because we live it. We watch every single game. We take in every bit of news. We watch every single thing. We watch press conferences. We watch this. We watch that. We follow these players' lives. We know everything about Arsenal. So they can't tell us about it. These man, when they start to say, you know what, Pep's losing control here. Pep's making mistakes. These are not reactionary fans who are just going to come out and say stuff just for clicks and views and this and that.
What's your take?
These men are concerned.
What's your
my take?
My
take is, I think they need a reset in coaching, in my opinion. I think that Pep does look like he's done. I think Pep is gonna leave at the end of this season.
So wait. So if Pep is available, would you take him over Arteta?
Hold on.
I want Sad to answer, guys. I want Sad to answer this.
Mental.
Yeah, man, I'm taking it, bro.
Shut the hell up, then. Then shut up. Then don't shut all that ass and speak on your ass.
Amazing question, Sami. Amazing.
The reason City are in the position they're in right now, the reason they're behind.
Here's the thing. With Pep, I think it's a new challenge. I think it's a new challenge and a new. My point is not wrong. I think he's tired of the same.
It's unequivocally wrong.
But I think he's but Ash, I think he's tired of the same City, this, that, players.
Bro, he's having a bad day in the office, and I think with the credit that he has in the bank,
he's having any bad day. I think his players are garbage. I don't know why we don't like.
Also that.
There's a reason. In the summer, I said if Liverpool are going to win the league, and I predicted Liverpool are going to win the league, I was never worried about City. I said the issue is Liverpool. The players are not there. People are trying to do revisionism now and make it seem like, oh no, look at the players they have. They don't have good enough players because their midfield is not as solid as it was, and their defense is wide open. They're playing two midfielders.
And he had better players before.
I do believe
they're playing two midfielders as fullbacks, guys. The reason they're this close is because of Pep. If it wasn't for Pep, they would be fourth right now. They'd be fifth in the league right now.
I think Pep is tired. I think Pep is tired of telling the fans to go to the stadium. You know what I'm saying? I think that's
Yeah, like,
Okay, we can move on to the predictions. So
but all I wanted to say, African Cat got exactly what I said. I didn't say he's done as a manager. I just said at City, I think he's done. I think.
But Ash just told you why. I mean, he told you he needs better players. I know that he spent 600 or 500 million in a year, but still, their spending has been awful.
No.
The choices that they
very incredibly bad
players, bro.
The worst recruitment I've seen. Marmoush and Vitor Reis and Husanov. Imagine they had defensive issues and they signed Vitor Reis and Husanov in Jan last year.
Yeah,
what are you doing? Why are you signing an 18 and 19-year-old Brazilian and Uzbeki to try and solve your defensive woes? Well, what the hell are you on about? I think Husanov is one for the future. The guy's freaking rapid. One of the fastest defenders I've seen. But he's not ready for the moment now. He's not ready to win the league now.
Kusanov is at that age and at that build that you just need to send him 2-3 years to Dagestan and forget. You know what I'm saying? He's at that stage of his life, bro.
Bro, T has gotten to this part of the studio. He's like, I don't give a shit right now.
I don't give a shit anymore, bro. Just give me the predictions, bro.
All right, listen, let's go to the predictions. Can you bring out the predictions? And yet again, guess who's not ready? Because he knows that the predictions are coming and he's not ready.
Wait. What does I'm not ready mean? Can you explain to me what does I'm not ready?
We should have it ready, sharing, so as soon as we go to it, I can click on it. But instead, anytime I'm okay, so now he
can ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Since you want to do this embarrassing thing again, why don't you have it ready?
Because I've not got access, bro.
Let me get it ready for you.
Do you want me to again? Do you want me to embarrass you again?
Say sad that he trusted you.
Do you want me to? I don't want to show your email to everyone. Do you want me to embarrass you again and so that you have access?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just see if I've got.
Did you just leak his email, bro?
Bro, it's an email. It's fine.
No. You will have bro, I don't care. You can leak the email. The email is in my description.
Okay, there you go. Isn't this your email?
The football corner.
It's not your email.
Okay.
That's the email you gave me. What am I supposed to do?
See?
That's the email you gave me. How's that my mistake? You told me this is the email, and I shared it with you.
That's not the business one, you know.
That's the wrong email.
Where it says add football corner.
I told him, hey, share your email with me. I can give you access to the sheet. He gave me this email.
That's the wrong one.
That's your problem, not mine.
Did I give you that email?
Yes, you did. How did I get it then? How did I get it? Was I chatting with you like a girl or something? What do you mean? Did I give you that email? No, I hacked you. What stupid question is that? Did I give you that email? Nah, bro, I hacked your system. I found your email.
Now you're gonna get Register Kev sending you, you know what I'm saying, some such shit. You know what I'm saying? Watch out, bro. You need to watch out for your mail, bro.
All right.
Kev, if you email me, bro, I'm gonna break my monitor, bro. So can you
send them links that he shouldn't click? You know, send him links.
No, don't do
that. Click here. Saad will click here. I guarantee you.
No.
Like, what's this?
To be honest,
I'm joking, guys.
My email is a complete mess. But
I'm this close. Bro.
Can you add?
By the way, just to bring you back to our season predictions. Look at all the deluded people that predicted Gyökeres to be top scorer, but apparently he's having a good season. I don't know. I can't lie. I predicted Wirtz to be the assist leader, so I'm in the mud as well, to be honest. But then you guys predicted Salah, who's also been shit.
Bro, you predicted Reinders for Player of the Year. You absolute frauds.
I got sucked in by that game against Wolves and his preseason performance.
Can't lie.
Why are you?
You know what?
In a glass house. You live
Sami
in a
might have been
house,
cooking.
bro.
I told you guys, Sami is the one cooking. That's it. Like even though
Sami is cooking. Apart from the manager of the season, which is a bit do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys all had the same.
By the way, everyone. I look at my manager.
Yes, man. What the? Your man got sacked, bro. At least
I'll be real. Hey, I'll be real. Yeah, I'm ahead of the curve. I'm ahead of the curve.
Yeah. Shut up. You're ahead of the curve, bro.
Hold on. Let me tell you. I'm ahead of the curve. Do you know why? Because listen. Pep leaves mid-season. Maresca joins mid-season.
Get out of here, man.
Title race and gets them into a title race and gets them close to us, and it's neck and neck.
Wait. And then they win the league, and that's how Maresca wins Manager of the Season, right? Right?
No, they just. He gets
No.
That's not the storyline. That's not the storyline.
With
He
her
gets the
sad
neck and neck,
narrative, he's like, no.
and then-
This is
I had
then,
to curve my
he
ass,
gets them
bro.
neck and neck
Get
and
out
neck.
of here,
He gets
bro.
them neck and neck, but
Neck,
as
neck,
per
neck, neck. Get out of here.
hold
bro.
on, as per the head-to-head.
Just take your L. Take your L.
As per the head-to-heads between Maresca and Arteta, brother, Maresca always comes out on top.
Oh,
know what I mean?
wait, if that's your logic, if that was your story, why did you predict City to be flop team then? You should have foreseen that, no?
Yeah.
So let's go to the next one, man. Hey, let's get to the next one, bro.
Guys, I'll just end it on this. There is no bigger embarrassing take than Sol's praising Arteta, saying give him a squad and he can win the league, and then he predicts them to finish third.
Yeah,
That is the
exactly.
biggest. That is the
biggest thing,
biggest howler. Don't even tell me Reinders. Reinders is not as big a howler as this. I'm sorry, it's not. The fact that you say give him a squad and he'll win the league and I back him, and then saying no, they'll finish third, bruh, embarrassing.
Look at the young player of the year. Look at the young player of the year that he put.
Yeah,
This guy's always trying to be
Oscar
edgy, bro. He's always trying to be edgy for no reason.
You know what's funny? They want to sell him for like 25.
Yeah, bro. There's like 30 M's. We'll take it. Take it.
Arsenal Pantis were real there.
All I'm saying is,
I don't think he'll win it, but yeah.
Big up Arne Slot, big up Mo Salah. I really believed in you. You let me down, okay? And you didn't let Liverpool fans down. You let me down. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's all I have to
I'm happy
I'm getting this
about that.
spot on. This is spot on for me. Actually, no, West Ham. West Ham might go down. Sad might win this, to be honest. Sad
Bro,
might win this.
I'm
spot on this. I don't give a shit what you guys say. Madueke has been a flop so far. But anyways,
Yeah.
prediction table, guys. So T is closing the gap on Souls every week. He's getting there. There's still a 10 points
I've
gap.
actually closed the gap a little bit. I've closed the gap because it was more than 10 points.
To be
So
fair, you built a
technically,
gap on Sami. Sami is the most embarrassing predictions guy I've seen. You know what? You know, Sami. You know what you did last week that was so weird?
Yeah.
So weird. You didn't predict a single draw. You just predicted wins. Not one draw.
Hey, Sammy is not a boring guy, bro. What do you expect? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, I mean, you're not predicting to have fun. You're predicting.
You know what? The first prediction is gonna be a drop for you, Ash. Let's go.
Guys, once we get to the Arsenal,
if you predict draws now and get points, you need to thank Ashraf, bro, and send him a gift or something, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know.
I agree. Guys, obviously we won't have Souls' predictions until tomorrow, so we'll add it later. I'm assuming he wants to watch our stream first, see what we predicted, and then he'll predict. I know how he thinks. He saw my message on WhatsApp, but he's just like, nah, I'd rather wait
see
to
everybody's predictions.
Yeah, especially TNS. I don't think he cares about Sad and Sami because they're nowhere near him. He's like, let me see what Ash what Ash and T are predicting, and then I'll end up predicting accordingly. So we know the fraud. It is what it is. When we come to the Arsenal United game, guys, let everyone give their quick opinion on it as well before we give predictions. Cool. Sad, I'm a Nigerian prince. Let me email you. I have a proposition for you. Hey.
And this
Ash
one,
Ketchum, I'm telling you, send him a link that says click here for $1 million. I'm telling you, he's gonna do it.
And this one is insane, bro. This one is insane.
Is he that naive?
His email is
And this is the thing. Yeah, Kev, I don't know why you're getting excited with my email when you have my number, bro. Like, you could just text me.
Oh, man.
Let's go, man.
Hyper, that was mad, bro. The guy's like, I think he meant sumo.
Bro, that was sad. They called you Jigglypuff, they called you Majid Boo, but I never heard sumo. That's the first time I've heard sumo.
Jigglypuff is mad, Clefairy.
I listen, man. I like it, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, man. Savage is
Big Pick up the misses. You know what I'm saying?
West Ham, Sunderland. Okay, I'm gonna start this.
You're on the result. You
Um,
scored. Okay.
What?
No, you were on the
You're
result
dumb.
about in your
Don't
prediction.
teach me how to operate a Google Sheet. You
Okay.
caveman.
Okay.
No, I won't say scumbag. Scumbag is too hard. I think thing is West Ham had a good result, but it's Spurs, bro. Everyone beats Spurs.
Yeah, but that's Spurs.
Everyone beats Spurs, bro.
They're not
Yeah, you know what
What's
I think?
Spurs?
I think West Ham
Talking
will
about
lose.
Sunderland, bro, not Spurs.
Yeah, Sunderland is better. No, I'm saying West Ham beat Spurs last week.
Ah, okay.
So
okay.
it's not an achievement. Like anyone can beat Spurs. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Sunderland.
Apart from City.
Actually, no, I'll go 1-3 Sunderland.
Hey.
Apart from City. Yeah. That's true.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Sunderland.
2-2.
There's
Finally.
the draw. There's
Just
the
out
draw.
of spite, bro. Out of spite. Wallahi, he done that out of spite, bro.
Don't say wallahi.
No, actually, I
Go ahead.
have it
sorry.
as a drop because both they won their last game.
2-1 Sunderland, obviously. That's my club.
You have predicted them to lose, I think, last week or the week before, T.
Hey, bro, the game is the game. I need to win this prediction show, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You're getting there, to be fair. You're getting there. Did you get them right
Sad,
last
you're
time?
fraud. Okay, Sad is not here, so I'm
Right.
gonna give my prediction.
Yeah, he
next.
predicted it right. Sheesh.
See, Sunderland
Sad.
doesn't let me down, bro. You
Sad
see.
done.
Sad is not here, so I'll go
Yeah,
here.
so we'll go with you,
3-1. 3-1.
Hold on. I was talking.
3-1 for me.
What are we doing? Oh yeah. All right, Man City versus Wolves. Yeah.
He's gonna say Wolves win. Just watch. Or a draw. He's not gonna predict a City win. I promise you that.
Do a Mazda. Come on, do a Mazda.
I promise you. He's gonna predict a draw or a City loss. He's not gonna predict a City win.
So Ash doesn't even know me because guess what I'm predicting? I'm predicting a City win. Yeah. 1-1.
No, this
I
is
told you guys.
no,
I know
they're
him
not.
so well,
they're not
bro.
Chelsea. 1-1 is not a win for them. It's for Chelsea. You know what I'm
Brother, listen, at this point it might be.
saying? Yeah,
At this point, they're getting back to points. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
They
I will go. Wow. This will be a yeah. I agree with Sami. This will be a 3-1 City.
I'll say 2-0 City.
I want to say that
Cool,
at first,
Sami.
but I said they will
2-1.
concede. They will concede. One.
Yeah, they probably will consider. I just think Gehi might give them that solidity because he's
2-1.
gonna start. 2-1 T.
2-2 Desmond.
I'm gonna go with 2. No, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna say Brighton win. I'm gonna say 1-2.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Brighton.
Right.
T. Burnley Spurs.
Oh, bro, this is such a shitty one to predict because which version of Spurs are we gonna get in this game, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna get the West Ham Spurs or the Dortmund Spurs? You know what I'm saying? Solanke is back, so maybe he can do them a favor. You know what I'm saying?
Look, if Spurs can go on a little run so that they can beat City the week after, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Wait, they play City. Yeah, they play City
fuck.
next week. Yeah.
I think Cali is right. I think this could be a 1-1, bro. Yeah, you know what? I'll go with my gut. 1-1.
I'll say 1-3 Spurs.
I'm
I'm gonna go
Inshallah,
1-2.
I'm wrong. Inshallah, I'm wrong.
1-2 Spurs.
Yeah, same. 2-1 Spurs.
You're copying your mud brother.
No, actually, I have
I'd say
Spurs
1-1.
winning
I'm
just
saying
because of the rebound.
Bournemouth,
rebounds.
Liverpool.
That's respect for me.
Liverpool
Okay.
are undefeated in 13, to be fair. Out of which 6 are draws.
Yeah,
So naturally, I'm going to
never-
predict. Yeah, exactly. So naturally, I'm going to predict 2-0
Hey, wallahi.
Bournemouth.
the way that Ash does that, yeah, and just like in such like a calm manner says of
So,
six, of which six
No
of them are
Semenyo,
scores.
and you still do a 2-0 win. Crazy.
Yeah. I think this Liverpool team is so garbage, bro. So trash.
I can't lie, I might go 2-1
They
Liverpool
drew,
here, man.
they drew at home to freaking
Liverpool.
Burnley.
I might go 2-1
Sami.
Liverpool, man. Go on.
Yeah, I already put it in. It's locked.
3-2. Liverpool.
To whom?
Liverpool.
I will
T.
go with 1-0 Liverpool. They will get a clean sheet this game.
Sad.
Also, rest in peace to Konate's father. You know what I'm saying? I thought
Yeah,
about
rest in
the
peace, man.
defense. Rest in peace to his father. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I didn't know
May he,
that.
may he reach Jannah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I already put.
Newcastle, Aston Villa, sad. That's a good game.
Newcastle, Aston Villa.
We're turning the corner though, Ash. Have faith. Wait, turning the corner because you beat Marseille 3-0? Like it's one game.
2-1 for me.
Yeah, Sad is so slow, bro. It's
Son,
unbelievable.
what are you doing, bro?
I'm gonna go. Sorry, I was doing it dog shit. You are not it to do the thingy. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Aston Villa.
Oh, okay. So we've got a win for Newcastle. We've got a win for Villa. T.
Ay. This is a shitty one because Newcastle is ass, but Aston Villa is also inconsistent because Tielemans fought with Emery. You know what I'm saying?
That was mad. By the way.
Yeah, he said good evening, and the other guy said no, bad evening. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. This could also be a draw, bro. I all I see is draws in this week, bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
it could be a draw.
Yeah, but you know what? 2-1 Villa. They need to be in the title race still, so they will win. They will try to do everything and win this game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll say 3-0 Newcastle.
By the way, that's a strategic prediction from T. By the way, but anyway, we'll
Is it?
move on.
Yeah, bro. Mind games. You know that mind games.
Actually, it's games of the mind now. Do you know what I mean? It's gone far from mind games.
Mm.
Mind games is amateur stuff.
Yeah.
Sami.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace,
Uh,
Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea.
Ooh, clean sheet, huh? Liam
Mhm.
Armani.
To be honest, man, there's no team in a bigger mess than Crystal Palace right now, bro.
Yeah.
Losing your best player in the summer, losing your captain, your striker wants to leave, your manager
Yeah.
says, I'm definitely leaving end of the season, brah.
You know what,
That is a
Sammy?
sad state of
That
affairs.
2-0 doesn't look as ugly anymore now that Ashraf
It
said
doesn't,
that.
honestly. I'm not going to lie, bro.
But I do believe they
Even
will
though it's
concede
Chelsea.
1, so it will be
Mm.
2-1 Chelsea.
Fairs. I think Chelsea win comfy, bro. I'm going to say 3-0 Chelsea.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Chelsea.
Proper Chelsea.
Proper.
Brentford Forest. Who's T?
2-0 Brentford.
Yeah. I'll say 1-0 Brentford.
I'm gonna go 3-1. Brentford, sorry. I don't know why I didn't say a team there.
2-1 Brentford.
Oh, now the big one. Let's do Everton Leeds first. Everton Leeds.
Yeah, let's do Everton Leeds first. So, I think I should start this. I don't even remember. I'll just start this. Everton Leeds. Everton just won their last game. I think they win this one, to be honest. 2-1 Leeds. It's 2-1 Everton. Sorry. Sad. Today, please, not tomorrow.
I'm gonna go 1-0 to Leeds.
Oh.
Go ahead, Sami.
3-1. 3-1.
Oh, Everton?
T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do believe Leeds will score, but I do believe the thing is Grealish is out for the rest of the season, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard, man. Sad.
It's a mess up. It's an absolute mess. Yeah.
The thing is, yeah, that 1-0 that I've done for Leeds, yeah, it's thrown his head.
Yeah, I hate you, bro.
Because I know that he was expecting all three of us to do Everton and him to be the one that says, you know what, I'm gonna
You know what? Okay, sorry, Ashraf. I'm taking long, I know, but it's going to be. You know what, Ashraf?
no.
You're right.
You
2-1.
don't do it all the time, unlike that fraud sad.
2-1 Everton. 2-1 Everton. 2-1 Everton.
Okay, now is the big one.
My brother, man.
I'm gonna start with this one quickly. Look, it's obviously United are rejuvenated after what happened against City, new manager bounce and everything. I think Carrick probably is a breath of fresh air for a lot of these players. They've gone back to a back four system, and they dominated City. Bro, that could have ended 5 or 6-0. And then people will say, "Oh, red card should have been a red card." Fair enough, but that's not an excuse for you to get slapped up and bent over by United the way they did. There was a moment when they were playing like Rondo with Shirky. They were like literally donkey in the middle, just him running around, and they're just passing.
Bruno played also very well. Bruno was amazing.
Bruno is showing why he's the best playmaker in the league. Obviously, Mbomo with an amazing first goal. These guys are dangerous on the counter-attack. And I think that, for me, makes them one of our worst matchups because I think defensively they'll do well. And they're a team that can hurt us on the counter because they've got 2-3 players that are very, very strong in the counter-attack. Obviously, we don't know what version of Arsenal will show up, but if I had to bet, and I don't bet, obviously, but if I had to, I would probably say the version that is scared of losing. Right, just like Liverpool, just like the Forest game, I think we'll be a bit conservative, especially Liverpool at the Emirates. I think we'll be quite worried about losing this game.
I think that approach would have. I mean, I would agree with you if we're going to Old Trafford, but not in Emirates.
We did that against Liverpool. At the Emirates.
We did that against Liverpool
Yeah,
and
Liverpool-
City.
Liverpool
And
are-
City, by the way. Don't forget.
Liverpool are exactly as the same level as
Yeah,
United
but
this season.
by putting United on, same pedestal.
Yeah, I
as
would argue
City and
United are.
Liverpool is just-
I'd argue United are a more difficult team this weekend to face than Liverpool because United have better attackers. Liverpool came to our ground with with Frimpong and Gakpo as the front two. There was no Ekitike, no Salah, no Isak. These guys are coming with Mbomo, with Cunha, with Bruno Fernandes, with Diallo. Like everyone is available. I think even De Ligt might be back if I'm not wrong. So
No,
I actually don't
so.
think we win this game, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we win. Obviously, the one hope I have is that if City win against Wolves, I feel like that might give the team a bit more impetus to try to attack and maintain a 7 points lead. But even if that happens, I still feel unless we go on proper attack, I think the only way for us to win and to be confident in us winning is if we get a corner and we score a corner. I think if we score a corner like in the first half, we dominate. Then after they'll try to attack us, we'll kill them on the counter. I think we'll be fine then. But in my opinion, I'm not going to bank on that. I think we will be conservative. We will be scared. And I think City United will also be worried and scared about us. Scared of us, and scared of the counter-attack, scared of what we can do when they come out. So I think it'll end in a stalemate. I'm going to put my prediction now. I'm going to say it's going to end 0-0.
So you give all this monologue just to say 0-0?
Yeah, I mean, my monologue literally leads to the result, which is stalemate, conservative, not brave enough, 0-0. Sami, unlike you, I don't make predictions to entertain myself. I make predictions to win. This is why I'm first on your last.
He's just mad at you that you predicted
Cheap
a draw.
shot.
Sorry, I had to do that.
Man, give me the
I wish
prediction
I'm
for
wrong.
mine.
I really
because
wish.
No, guys, I need to because I need to go really because the missus is gonna be upset. So 2-0 for me. I'm not gonna give them monologues.
I'm gonna go
Go ahead,
3-1.
Saad. T.
1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. It's going to be
There you
boring.
go,
We're
guys.
going to score one set piece and khalas. It's one of them.
Just like the first leg.
Yep.
Inshallah, I hope so. There it is, guys. Those are our predictions. If Souls doesn't get back to us by tomorrow's first kickoff, which is West Ham Sunderland, he's forfeiting the week. So we'll give him time until then. Knowing him, he's gonna look at T and my predictions, and he'll probably copy some of us. So it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Fraud.
Anyway, listen, big up to everybody. Still 27 in the building. Make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate everybody who has tuned in. Everybody who has watched with us. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Big up to Ash. Big up to T. Big up to Sami. And big up to Kappa who joined us. And you know what? Big up to Souls as well, even though he isn't here. We'll give him big ups for now. But listen, we'll catch you out on the next one. Hopefully, we can get the win on Sunday. And inshallah, we'll see you soon. Peace out, people. Bye.
Cheers.
Peace.